What is up?
You hear that click, and it's time for the Adam and Ryan show, the Hangout with Adam and Ryan.
Hell yeah. It's going to take some moments for us to get over that. It's the Hangout, and you're hanging out with us tonight, which is probably the best way to spend your Thursday night.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show. We have so much in store tonight. I can't even believe how we're able to do this crap.
It's a fun show because we're like getting to huge milestones in the AI board game. We have tons of cool stuff to talk about, like news wise and like hands-on us playing with new things wise, which is always amazing because I love that part of it so much. And then new games are coming out that we want to talk about, all sorts of things. Man, it's cool.
It's absolutely cool. And we spent, like, I'd say in the last couple weeks, or maybe even let's say last couple months, I think we've spent collectively more time outside of the show just saying, we've got a checkpoint. We want to make this better for y'all. And so we've been spending a lot of time doing that.
Like the stuff that's the periphery of the show, right? You know, the show comes every 2 weeks, right? That we're doing that, and you guys see the live show. But you know, everything around the website, the socials, the what we're planning and doing, all that stuff important too.
And one of the things that we noticed is that we have really great shows and great moments, but then it's hard for you to get to those cool moments. And I know that not everyone can just hang out with us live every Thursday night. So you get it 24/7 now.
Nice.
I'm hyping the show right now because we got so much. We got so much to talk about. But let's get into it because there's a couple of resources that we have for you now so that you can follow along, you can participate, and it's not just saying, hey, go just to the Discord now or just to our formerly Twitter X.
Our X account.
But we have some places where you can start to follow along. If you want to click the links we talk about, if you want to comment on some of the parts of the show, you want to see some of the clips. Where are we going to have them go, Ryan?
Yeah, doubledropdown.com. Adam has done an amazing job of putting it all together, and all of the resources, anything that we say hey, we're going to put it in the show notes and stuff is now a straight up blog post about each one. It's a great place to see all the old shows, man. It was fun looking back because, you had Adam was like, hey, go onto the YouTube channel and sort of figure out your playlists and things like that. And I didn't do most of that. Adam did 95% of that as well. But even just going back and looking at it and being it's Kathy and I played a bunch of fun games. Adam has been doing stuff, Heather and Adam together. It's a cool library. I feel
it's awesome. And so we appreciate you because if you weren't there,
totally.
You are the people that make this as fun as it is. Ryan and I would be having this fun. We always have this kind of fun together. But when you step in, you give your insights, you let us know what you want to talk about.
It's we're bringing you into the Hangout.
There would be no such thing as a Merbird or a Merb, which
that's right.
We're going to look at.
I know.
In a minute. Well, let's talk about the show. Let's just talk about what we got in agenda. So we start with the news. In the news today, we have a couple articles, not necessarily always released right now, but enough that I think it's some good topics to talk about.
Well, they're fun topic conversation starters, I feel like.
And so jump in with us. Give us some insights. If you have some articles, some of these come from our Discord. You know what? Thank you, everyone, for contributing. So 3D printed community. What the hell is that about?
So this is one of those things. So Adam posted this in our Trello and was like, this is a 3D printed house story, right? But what this is it's supposed to be a larger thing of sort of scaling that idea up into a 3D printed community.
So don't give it away. We're going to talk about that one next.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't.
We're doing
realize.
a rundown. This is the
rundown.
agenda.
This is the rundown.
So we got the 3D printed community. Yeah. We got Xbox wraps. That's something that we can talk about. But
the
we
new
have some
faceplates.
What else we got?
Matchmaking for dating, talking about how people are using that and that. And then, Google doing some how to use AI to help NPCs feel more real in an actual community.
Human-like AI community.
Hot takes on that.
I think we might spend some time on that one because that's a big one.
I have some. I read through that article multiple times.
That's our philosophical rabbit hole.
For sure,
we enjoy to go down.
And then hands-on, we're going to do Runway ML. If you've been seeing any on Reddit and tons of other places are showing these very short 4 to 5 second clips of animated AI creations, and we're going to play with it.
And you know what? Milestone day today, I think.
Milestone.
I think it's a milestone. is we're gonna just play the damn board game. We talked about it so many times.
I know.
We've like test played it.
Totally.
We've like
gotten halfway
75. We're gonna try to take it to completion. Tonight.
A full playthrough of the game, and we're gonna try. One of the ways we're gonna try not to do it with making a whole bunch of suggestions as we play. We're going to take our own notes. We are going to get everything from the chat, everyone who wants to put in advice, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
And so help us out if you see some things as we go along, but don't expect us to necessarily like stop and pause and try to change it. We just want to go through on the whole gameplay.
Totally.
And of course, we're going to have the bigger gameplay where we don't play and you all play. If you want to do that, I think this is a perfect time to talk about where you can sign up for it. Subscribe to the channel.
I know,
and,
right?
We'll be able to start looking at that. There's a subscription on the website. If we have time, I think we're going to try to also jump into Starfield, new release.
Yeah. Kathy and I played a little bit of this on Tuesday. We just went through and we tried to make Catherine in the character creator. So watch that. It is in the on YouTube in the archive. But like, I think it would be fun to see what Adam's first reaction is to this. And maybe spend less time in the character creator so that we could like get out into the real world a little bit.
Can I character create after? You know what? Because that's a good thing. Maybe I just like roll the dice and create a character. I usually do the same thing as you do, is I create a character that's a female, and I always play as females. So that has been my thing, but maybe tonight we were thinking if you throw in the chat maybe a character you want, we could try to do him real quick, right?
Yeah, him or her, you know?
But yeah, I agree. Let's get some hot takes on that. I think what's happening, I don't know if you all and Kathy and Ryan are going to play with it, but I'm still doing The Witcher 3, but I think I'm going to pause on that stream, and I'm going to kick over to Starfield and keep that going for a little while until I feel like I need to switch back.
Totally. Mike Azul in the Discord was saying like, hey, what do you guys think about it? I would love to hear your like hot takes on it, you know, for some of these systems and things like that are in Starfield. And I was saying like, I'm probably going to play it off to the side on our Xbox, on our TV. But then I was thinking maybe I could just jump in occasionally, right? And we would like play through a certain section of it or something. And so I probably won't do a full playthrough at all, but is that kind of what you're thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to do as much of a playthrough. Okay, here's my thing that's really interesting. Anytime I play a video game anymore, I feel like I gotta do it on stream because like that's like it makes it so I can.
Well, you have this whole setup. Like, I mean, this is where you would play it to begin with.
I'm sitting on my bed and I'm like, oh, I want to play a video game right now, and then I'm like, I gotta do it in the stream, and then got to get my energy going. So anyway,
bedside Twitch stream.
Maybe I do that if I set up my bedroom's Twitch stream. We can get all that going. So
Adam double chinned on the back of the bed.
We'll get the crappy camera on that. All right, I feel like what I want to start with is performing while it's a perform while he's performing.
That's right.
Let's talk about just quickly, if you don't mind, let's introduce the new website, because I think that's worth just showing you where you can get to these articles we're about to talk about. If you want to deep dive into them, this is where you can go with it. So
all the links are there, show notes for everything.
So what
Adam wants to show off his handiwork. You know, part of this is like, this is us doing our thing, right? Like, you should talk about Elementor or whatever if you want to a tiny bit, like, into this. I mean, this is us building our thing. We're a creator website. Adam created this whole website, right?
I appreciate this because I think it's now opened the door for us to continue building out different series. So let's just, I'm going to go to it. So first of all, if you go to doubledropdown.com, all one word, we got that domain, you are going to see.
Surprisingly, that was not taken.
So we go to Double Drop Down. You got some bouncies in there.
Oh, man.
If you just go there, if you want to share it with your friends, you should totally do that. I mean, we're really.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't stop it.
I feel like we always like talk down on people like, oh, everyone like pimping their stream, talking about subscribing.
Hey, you know,
we just want to have more people to talk to. But so you go to this website, you can get right into the live stream right away. You could see the chat, you could see all that kind of stuff. We got some of the information about the board game. You will be able to see every past stream or clip or short or anything that we put in our YouTube right then and there, so you can kind of take a look back through time, and that is going to go back. It looks like 61 pages worth of stuff that you can look at.
That's awesome.
But where it starts to get a little interesting is like, well, what the heck was happening on the Adam and Ryan show? Well, if you just went up to all series, you got the Hangout. you got Streaming with Adam and you got Streaming with Ryan. And that's basically our series. And inside of each of those, we have specific games that we play with. So
yeah, playlists basically from YouTube, which I love because that's such a great way to find them.
Check out that sweet AI Adam.
Oh man, come on, give me a break.
I'm not that awesome, but that was too awesome.
How do I get this lame, this nerd and his nerd wife?
You need to go in and you need to put on your damn AI.
I am. Believe me.
If you go there, you'll see some of our streams, and as we
cyberpunk, like looking badass. He's like, this one, I feel like, for
my God.
The Adam
stream. So it's good. So if you were to go to this sweet Adam stream, you'd be able to go and check out some of the things I'm doing. But let's take a look at the Hangout, just so you can get an idea of what's going on. So if you go to the Hangout, you're going to get access to everything we have been doing. So for instance, you want to go check out what's going on with the board game? There you go. Go click on it, and you got everything about the board game, and this is where you're also going to be able to download that game eventually. So we're going to put instructions. We're going to do some more there. Then you have 3 different kind of, I guess, series or things that we worked on. There's the Hangout, which is obviously, that's our showrunner here. That's the top of there.
That's a headliner.
We do Game Room with Adam and Ryan, so check that out. That's when we game. I think we got a couple episodes of some gaming in there.
Yeah, you're like, it looks a lot like Ryan by himself, Ryan and Kathy, then the 4th episode in.
What? Is that a wrong playlist? We
no,
need to check into
because...
So I was out those days when we did the game.
You were out when we were trying to do every other Thursday.
Fair enough. We got that. And then you got your YouTube shorts. You can check that out.
Nice.
The same theme goes for all of these different areas. So if you go to Streaming with Ryan, it doesn't necessarily take out Kathy, because Kathy's a huge part of the stream.
Totally. Well,
it takes 2, Teensies, Shiver Me Monkeys, and more. Look how much freaking streaming this guy's and his wife.
Yeah, we did it. We did it like every Friday for like a year.
You got a lot there. Now, if you want to get on the merch train, you got to get to our merch site, because you can buy all the merch. All right, we don't got any
we don't have any merch. We don't have any merch.
We are not there
at this
yet.
Point.
But if you would want to be part of this, what we did is I was just making this page as a joke.
This is great.
And then I was like, you know what? Let's ask Midjourney what we would sell as double drop down.
What was the prompt that you used for
I think
these?
It's in here. It was like
live streaming company Double Drop Down is setting up.
It was like setting up a merch shop.
Store, yeah.
What would they sell?
Nice.
And this is what we got. So I made up some funny names, threw on some random prices.
It's a card deck. Like, it's fun that a card deck, because that would be something.
Hell yeah, it would be.
I would be like, that would be cool.
So you can just check that out for fun. But we will probably get some shirts
for funsies.
But the new addition, and this is what we're talking about, is we got articles. Articles are a new way to communicate with you throughout the week. We got the Discord. Jump in there. We can talk about things in real person.
Like conversation.
But if you want to join us today, go to Double Drop Down, go to the articles, and you will be able to see the show notes. So we're going to start here tonight.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about. You'll get some more details. If we have anything come up, you'll find it right here.
I love that. That's it. That's probably more of a hard sale than we will typically do on the show. But part of that was like Adam showing off his amazing website that he built.
Yeah. And so, I'm not going to hard sell this. It was just fun to build this. And I think I might do a quick couple series. And this is what we were talking about, is that I may just do a series on, hey, how do you set up an Elementor site and what you can do? Ryan might do a creative design one.
I would love to do that.
And so if you want to, you can check this out, join us, and we'll be able to do that. We're going to shut the hell up about the website, and we're going to get into the show right now. One of the first questions that Ryan might be asking before we get into everything, why the heck do you have this AI-generated AI visit site thing that's on here? Do you have an idea on this, Ryan?
So when I first saw this in the show notes, I was just like, Adam just grabbed some BS AI. He just put AI picture in Google and pulled the first thing and put it in there. But I'm glad to hear that there was more behind it.
So years ago, I bought a painting from Goodwill. And the idea was I wanted to paint something sick into this painting. So let me just show you the painting.
I did.
This is the painting. That sits in my room as an authentic painting. And I wanted to say, how can I paint a sweet thing into this picture? And I was like, I'm going to use Midjourney in painting to get some ideas on how to do this. The problem is I couldn't load this painting and then say, just fix this part. I could do that in DALL-E.
No, you can.
Oh my God, I didn't know you can do it in Midjourney, so you're gonna have to show me. So I basically loaded this as reference, and then it produced this thing, so you could see like there's the trees and the colors and the things. And so this is the best one. It looks like either just a mountain that has like a UFO on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's neat.
But just to show you how bad AI can be, I feel like I need to show you some of the
outtakes.
Some of the outtakes one. So we talked about an alien UFO.
What?
And this is what
oh man, but that is a really good T-Rex tadpole?
I don't know what that was. Yeah, T-Rex tadpole. That was one of them. And so I used in painting there. And like, look at this.
What is it doing?
Alien UFO over mountains and background.
It just saw alien.
It did.
You should have put UFO.
A dragon.
Yeah.
Like
what?
2 dragons.
2 dragons.
This one has no UFO.
And this just has. And then now the third one they just gave up.
Now this one was sick, but it was like too much in the foreground, and I was like, I want it way back, all subtle in the background, and that's how that goes. So using AI to have fun on these things, this is what we do. So if you join that double drop down,
I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna have to show you because I did that for work. I did it for work. I was figuring out stuff in Midjourney.
All right, let's jump in. Are you good with that? That's why that picture's there. Alien monolith, because I want to paint that thing, not maybe sitting on a mountain, but a cool alien like spaceship in the background of that picture. So 3D printed communities. This is something I came across just it was just a couple days ago. It was in July. Yeah, it was a week ago. At Evil Dead Cabin, definitely. I'm living on that Evil Dead. All right, so here's the deal. Ryan read through this. I read through this. We found this. This is where we were starting to say, like, let's be on the cutting edge all the time of what's happening. But as we start to find articles, we want to build themes around what we're talking about on a week-to-week basis, and or every time we do the Hangout. And so we wanted to keep on this AI thing and some of the things that start to stretch out of these creative endeavors that we're doing. What's happening? After talking with Sam as an interview on the show.
That's true. Sam Ebersol a couple weeks ago.
He opened my world of thinking of how things might work with AI going in the future. So as I started navigating some of these things, how do you get rid of that?
How do I get rid of that?
Here's how you get rid of this. As a side note, you right click and you inspect, and when that comes up, it's gonna probably show like
hot tip.
Where is that top ad that's getting dropped in here? Let's see if I could go find it. Header. You could go over here. I have freaking
F11 hack
origins on. Oh, I can't even get to it. It's probably up. Oh, here, ad slot. And then I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to delete that node. You can't even see that. So, all right, didn't close that up. But at least you're not getting added up on there.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down. So in Texas right now, largest 3D printed neighborhood in Texas. So Mike as well might have some insights on this. That house you're looking at right now, 3D printed.
That makes sense. It looks 3D printed. It has the like fat layers, where it looks like a record.
I gotta be honest, that looks way better than some of them. I saw some ones with terrible layers on there, not looking great, but actually looks kind of cool.
Totally. I can see that. So here's my thing. They're 3D printed houses are not a new thing.
Sure.
Right. They've been in the news and in these little articles and shit like this for years at this point, probably almost a decade if I had to guess. But the problem is I never hear about them going to scale, right? Like every single one is like, yeah, we built this house and we 3D printed the concrete and it's, cheaper than a normal house. And then I never hear about it again at all. Yes. So the price, I heard 25% less. And 85% less carbon it released into the atmosphere from the article. So, I mean, not that much cheaper, to be honest. I was hoping it would be like I don't know where this is. Where is this?
Texas.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. So $475,000 to support $600,000. Yes. That is terrible. I was hoping it was like $50,000, right?
Yeah.
But the problem, but the thing is, just like anything else in near Austin, which is super expensive anyway. So the thing about this is like you need to get it to scale for the price to come down. Same thing with, solar panels and all of that kind of stuff. As soon as you get it ramped up and you get it to scale, but no one ever gets it to scale.
But okay, I agree with you, but the greedy ass people out there are going to be like, yeah, we got to scale, but you know what? 3D printed house, this is sweet, and we're going to charge as much as we possibly can for it.
Because it's weird.
Who's being philanthropic about saying, oh, we're just trying to take the housing down to level? I'd say like this kind of housing is different than maybe the affordable housing 3D printing can do. This is like saying, how do we just make real housing, right?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Well, because if everyone would just switch over to building houses this way, I love the idea of 85% less carbon, being put into the atmosphere, building this house versus some other house. So in that sense, it could be exactly the same as long as you're fine with this, ribbed for her pleasure siding on every aspect of your house, even the interior. But hey, if that's the price I have to pay for a less polluted world, great.
And look at this though, is that like I think you're thinking about it from the angle of pollution. Like I don't think everyone's really looking at it that way. It does say that in here. I'm not saying it doesn't, but that seems like the sell that somebody would say just to be able to be like, oh, this is good for the environment, so we can sell you a cheaper made house for the same price that we're doing that thing.
100%. Nobody knows how long like this is going to last versus another type of house. I don't think it talks about that.
Look at this. Like they built in the bar with 3D printing.
Yeah.
And like cool, but like what happens when you're like, yeah, this bar sucks, I want to move it over here or do a little bit of I need to put this thing in the thing. Like that looks sick. Look at that huge 3D printing.
See, and this was always
awesome.
I don't want to spend too much time on this, but like this was always my thought of like when I saw 3D printing for the first time in this sort of large scale, the outside of little plasticky crap.
Yeah.
I was like, this has got to be the future of like building stuff. I always said, how come I can't go down to Lowe's, rent a large format 3D printer and print a garden or, a greenhouse in my backyard, right? For $300.
Right.
And I was like, that's where it needs to be, is that like, it's so mainstream and so easy to do that. Of course I would do that as opposed to buy a greenhouse, let's say.
So, interestingly enough, building on what you're saying is, I can't find it probably quickly enough, but 3D printing houses is not a new thing. It was happening, I think, as far back as maybe even the 50s. That they had
doing it like this.
Similarly, not having a sweet like major printer that comes out of there.
Sure.
But one of the things I was reading about it was like I was reading about this as I got in this article, and I was searching up like how does this look online, and they're like, this is not new. There was a way back in the day that they would use like just wood, and it was all like manual, and you would like 3D print a house. But it was like, holy crap, that's been around forever. And so that's something that's legit.
It was just more manual probably.
So
right?
I think the takeaway
exactly Sears catalog houses. That seems great.
I mean, what's kind of interesting is it's a little kitschy. That whole roof thing, like how the heck do you replace that roof when you need
nothing?
to?
I feel like you don't replace anything, right? Like it's all one gigantic piece together.
Not that roof. No way. Like
Maybe.
That looks like little pieces and stuff. But anyways, I mean, cool. I'd probably live in a 3D printed house. Like that would be a cool thing, is if it had all the features of it, and it wasn't like a pain in the ass to put electrics and stuff in it.
The only thing about this story I feel like is you have to, if this place is the one who's going to go to scale, then great, because that's where you figure out all of those things, right? You can't figure out how easy it is to do it unless people are actually living in it and you're actually building 3D printed houses. So I'm cool with it. If they're going big, God bless them.
And you'll be in your like 3D printed community, a bunch of nerds like us, like
100%.
We're gonna stream on Double Drop from our 3D printed.
They're
house.
like, oh, you're streaming on my night, Adam? Like Ruby down the street is streaming on that night.
So my wife's already telling me like
3D printed she shed. That's exactly like small structures, right? I thought we would be there. Like I thought I would get a shed. And not buy a shed, but get a 3D printed shed.
Just as a side note, is this marijuana grown in the front yard? This is very progressive right here.
It's a progressive thing, even in the
in the article. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on with the show. Okay. So next up, and this one may be short, may be long. You tell me how you want to approach this. We had this in the show notes for a bit. It's the Xbox wraps, but It's Starfield. It just got released, which is awesome.
I've been playing it a little bit.
We're thinking about doing it tonight. But here, frame this up. What's going on with Xbox Wraps? What is this? Why is this important?
This is the new 360 faceplate. I feel like, when Microsoft came out with the Xbox 360, you could take off the faceplate and get new little faceplaces branded like Halo or whatever, and you would put them on there. And mostly they were not popular, and they were kind of throwaway by the end. No one cared about them, and you bought them at Blockbuster or whatever for $10. So, like, what these are is this sort of the next
Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Did you just say Blockbuster? I'm calling you out on Blockbuster.
Maybe 10 years ago would not have been Blockbuster. I don't think 10 years ago would have been Blockbuster. I was thinking more like Circuit City. Circuit
City?
Yeah.
Closed too.
I know, because that's what I was thinking. Like, where would you go and buy an Xbox 360 faceplate? But I would think Circuit City. Pre-closed.
I don't think what they were doing was trying to replace the faceplates. They had special edition Xboxes that people would go after all the time. And so
but don't you remember taking off the faceplate of the 360?
Absolutely. I do remember that. I actually have one of those somewhere.
And so this is a different thing. It's it's kind of a magnetic wrap that goes around it. Because when I first saw wrap, I was like, oh man, are they trying to put like vinyl on the top of this or something? Like a car wrap? And I was like, oh my God, that would be a disaster. Nobody would be able to put that on correctly. But instead, it's sort of like, they're supposed to be very cool and chic plastic plates, basically, that then have a magnet on one side. And when you fold it closed around there, it's supposed to fit like snug as a bug, right? So it just looks like it's the outside of your Xbox One or Xbox Series X. Who knows what that looks like in real life?
I just got sold on this. I thought it was vinyl.
Yeah, see?
I'm liking this now.
Right? And then you just close it over the back because nobody sees the back. God. And then that looks like
Do they have custom ones? Can you custom do
your
own?
Where I just like, it's a naked picture of me on the front.
Hell
I could just like have that in the...
Yeah, look at this. Doing our standout. We are
your power pose.
Power pose. Microscope to see your moth-sized penis.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so the first ones that they release are Starfield and Camo. It seems a little weird, but I guess whatever.
Okay, I like the Ninja Turtles.
This is just other crap.
All right, so one of the things we were thinking about is like, that's cool. Actually, it's a little bit more impressive than I thought it was. I didn't realize it was magnetic.
Yeah,
and so that's kind of cool. We were talking about doing this already. We remember we made the anti-bird cage where birds shit in your Xbox.
The crown on top of my Xbox Series X. And that we could switch out with, bird repellent spikes, of course.
I love that we did that because we wanted to detract birds from staying on your Xbox.
It was a niche use, I will say, of the Xbox crown, but
fair enough.
Popular in my house.
Well, I mean, I guess the idea is that we had a good, like, hey, it fits on top of the Xbox. You could go and customize it.
Right, because you could take that off.
The logical next step of this is that we could kit out your Xbox. And what if, like, that was a project where, like, hey, you can click this on here and it'll make it look like not just flat, but you have a cool Starfield, med pack or whatever the hell they have in there on the side of it, and it makes it all bulky and
totally
cool.
or controller holders or headset things and neat little like extra pockets and things. I feel like all that stuff.
Well, we had a question in the chat. Did you ever put the bird repellent Xbox thing? Did it work?
I don't think we ever got it to like print correctly to get on the top. We didn't.
We had like 4 copies. I remember taking all kinds of.
I know.
All right, we're gonna have to make sure you take that home and torture Ponyo, the merbird.
keep him from flying on our shit. Doesn't that sort of look like the Kathy? Like, I feel like that was a lot of the stuff that we used for Kathy on the Starfield cover there.
I like the graphics, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is that AI?
I know. Yeah, you always talk about that.
AI.
All right, next.
Next on the show, we got to keep this thing rolling. We got AI matchmaking for dating. Oh my God, what is this about?
Just using ChatGPT for trying to hook up, I think.
Well, is it?
I think it's it's doing the same thing that basically says, hey, I want to reply to someone, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I will just let ChatGPT be me for a little bit until I see if it's worthwhile or they're going to even write back, and then I'll give it more effort.
So let's let's unpack this one a little deeper. So, it says UK based adult site OnlyFans reported paying him. Wait, okay, I didn't even read what that said. I should have. Is this even part of it?
No, I don't think so.
Just a rando video that's just starting playing. Screw that. All right, so the article itself talks about apparently this person that is an influencer is using an AI bot to basically chat with the potential dating folks on their site, right?
Yeah.
And so I think there's a lot to unpack when we start talking about this because number one, I think there's certain imbalances with those sites anyways that like how many people are just fake regardless what gender you are on that site. So they're like, hey, there's a whole load of people on here.
Yeah.
But like we want you to pay us money so that you can talk to those people. And then half of them, or if not more of them, are all AI.
Or just you talk with someone and you go, yeah, that would be great to meet with that person. And then you meet them in real life and they don't like sound like that or have opinions like that or think about those types of things that you're into. But I do, the only change I would, or the only anything that I would give this article is that like, are those sites so full of people that you would kind of need, maybe women in particular, right, would need to sort of filter out people. And you could be like, hey, do the first, 3 or 4 interactions with someone. And if they just send you a bunch of dick pics, just, cut that off right then.
Well, okay. So counterpoint, one of those same people that sending those kind of pics out turns around and they're using chatbot to look all cool to connect with you.
Yeah.
And now they're like, boom. Oh, this is awesome. Number 5. Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe like, what the heck is that? Let me get my microscope out.
Yeah. Well, I just think, we'll probably hit some kind of peak chatbot in dating sites, and then there'll be dating sites that go, we don't allow chatbots at all. It's the real you in there.
Because there's only like one company that owns all those sites anyway, so they're gonna make it off on itself. I heard that there was somebody that made like not a chat, but a AI version, like naked pictures of some person that didn't exist, and made all kinds of money off of it on OnlyFans by using an AI image. It was Stable Diffusion, and they kept posting these pictures, and they made a crap ton of money because people thought this person was real.
And I could see even like ChatGPT in the chat being like, "Oh yeah, oh you like that, do you? What do you think about next?" And then just taking those prompts and creating new pictures for all of these rubes. Oh man, so many ways to scam people with that.
It's terrible. Chatbotsonly.com. I love it. Well, because you make some good points in the chat. It's like, what happens when these AIs start falling in love, and then you have 2 dumb people that are like can't even talk to each other, and they're using chat. It's like the freaking South Park episode. I don't know if you watch South Park anymore, where they're using ChatGPT to be able to talk with the girlfriend and things like that. Like that's my fear here is like we're dumbing down people's ability to have like coherent communications. I'm gonna just like kind of divert, but it's still on the same topic. Is I used the crap out of ChatGPT when it first came out. I still use it, but not nearly to the levels that I do, but more of as an assistant. Like, hey, what would this sound like if I were to run with this? And then I would turn back around and I'd be like, all right, well, that was a good idea, but now how can I run with this myself? Yeah, I found myself writing more of myself again than I did. So there's like a good stretch.
Because it helps get you started, right? I feel like that's the biggest part of it.
Get a concept.
And maybe that's the same thing for these, right? Like maybe it can help you sort of seem a little smoother, but then I mean that would be the way that you would hope people would use that type of stuff.
That's where I guess I fear is I don't want that to be an issue, is where you don't represent yourself. So I guess if you built yourself in there, that
train the model on be like Ryan and talk about things that only Ryan would care about, right?
Yeah.
Like don't bring up British political, whatevers if I don't care about that.
Is that something that you bring up all the time?
Well, maybe it would come up and Chatbot me might be like, name off a bunch of stuff, and then we're down this rabbit hole of British politics. But in real life, I don't care about that.
Well, fair enough. AI chatbots in dating things, it's already blown my mind. I think certain people like...
I would not want to be like growing up in that world.
No, not
like in a
whatsoever.
dating world, in dating sense in that world. That's tough.
We're not doing it. All right, moving along. I think last news item, at least of the day, before we get into some of the fun stuff that we're going to check out, right?
I thought this one was the most interesting. Adam posted this, which was the only thing that I posted was official Xbox wraps to show you how much I was paying attention to the news. Human-like AI community, which was an article about, it came out like they started doing this in April, I think.
Okay.
And it was Google, and they were trying to do like, hey, what if we just took a whole bunch of these, training models and we said, give them like a paragraph or two backstory, and we said each one is their own individual, and we said, hey, make them kind of like a community. They're all just with each other and they weren't, they talk about Westworld and things like that inside of this, but really,
I mean, what's Westworld? Just give me, like, if somebody doesn't know what the heck Westworld is, what is that?
It's an idea of like robots, if robot technology was super advanced also, but just with AI kind of controlling them, and they interact with each other and they go along their normal days and they interact with you when you talk with them. And kind of, what if you just sent a whole bunch of these AIs together into a tiny little town, and you gave them little jobs and you gave them little backstories, and you just said, go not, do your normal day. And so it was kind of interesting, like they talk about different ways that they were interacting with each other, where that like information would spread between them, like they talk about one of the guys wanting to run for mayor, and because they had given in his backstory that he had been in politics for 20 years. So he decided to run for mayor all by himself, and then information spread around the town that so-and-so was running for mayor, and there was little conversations about how I think he's shitty or I think he's great and I'm going to vote for him. And so to me, what it sounded like was, and they talk about this in here, is, man, this would be amazing for NPCs in video games. And that's what instantly made me, lock on to this and read this more in depth. And they talk about it in the article, which is cool.
Which I have like so many takes on this right now, because one take is we're living in a freaking simulation right now, right? We're AI right this second. I mean, that's kind of what you first get to. But the idea that you can create a persona around, and I think it was 25 characters they threw in the game or into the simulation, and gave their little personas and their background, and then they said, live your lives and go and do the things, like, and as you described, like they started going that direction. So that in itself is kind of weird and creepy to see, like these things starting to develop and thinking of that, and like
totally,
at what point are you like,
that's just a town, right? Like, is you turning off that simulation a bad thing that wrecks all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, and I think like there are these layers of it where it's really a language model just doing certain things based off of it. But at what point and this is the philosophical rabbit hole we go to, but what's the point where we say, hey, we're over on that other side now?
Yeah.
But because looking at this, it was like, they called it, what, Smallville? Isn't that a ripoff on like Superman?
Superman, yeah.
But features 25 characters, preloaded personas who wake up, go to sleep, make breakfast, and interact with each other.
Yep.
That is insane.
Like they had ones where they were saying that they spontaneously decided to come up with a Valentine's Day party all together, and they sort of planned the Valentine's Day party, that they would get in arguments with each other and then make up. I mean, you could see that, right? If you just like put two chatbots together next to each other, someone's going to say something that the other one latches onto. But then, like, is that not just human interaction as well? Like, I happen to say something and then you happen to, think of that.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. But I was, so part of this was making me think, I've been playing through Starfield a little bit, and we might have hot takes on Starfield at some point. I think, like, we'll probably be playing more of it, either on stream or off over the next couple of weeks, and we'll talk about it. But from the little bit that I have played, I was like, man, we need this chat technology in these NPCs, right? Because they don't react in the way of, like, it's very scripted still. It's very like you go up to them and you're getting information from them. Yes. And then if you say, oh, hey, they start the conversation over, and then, you know, they've been talking about the very dramatic parts of their backstory, and then it just starts the conversation over, and they're like, hey, what's up? Welcome to the farm, or whatever. And you're like, dude, none of that is any continuity at all from what you were just saying literally one line ago. And so this thing, to have the idea of like, it remembers things in the past, it recognizes things that are happening right now in the future, you know, with the character. Like, how amazing would it be if the NPC goes up and goes, holy shit, where did you get that hat? You know, like your crazy thing.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. Did you get that with this one? And like, it's amazing that like you fought that dragon already, you know, like it would know sort of the backstory.
See, it would make it be way more immersive. And I'm
100%. Like that's where you're like holodeck style, right?
The only thing that I could see like where you start to have a challenge, let's say you're a developer of that game, is like, how do you maintain like a semblance of a storyline? Because what if you're like a little NPC's like, holy crap, we're going to the moon, and it's like, what are you talking about? We don't even have spaceships or whatever.
Totally.
Or like, what's a spaceship? Or, you know, like you'd have to keep it just enough in that 100%. World. But I could totally see the implications, and like I could see you getting like just going back and forth with an NPC for like forever.
Right.
Like you go meet one, you're like, I want to like actually hang out with that rando NPC.
Totally, right?
Found.
Where I'm going to marry that person because they're amazing, right? I found her. We've been talking about that at work a little bit. Like we do, you know, stuff on, you know, education and leadership development. And we were like, hey, what if you had a coach, right, that would ask you a question and then let you wander, right? Because that's what a coach does, is they let you sort of take that prompt in whatever direction they want. But what they don't do, and what a lot of these AIs are doing right now, is they will just keep following you to whatever, right? So if you go, man, I've been having a really hard time at work, but I'm super psyched to see that movie, the new Spider-Man tonight, it'll just be like, hey, great. Do you like Spider-Man? You know, and you're like, no. A coach would be like, yeah, that's just side banter. Let's keep us on track. And so I think that's what NPCs will do. It'll be like, hey, I'm always kind of pushing you towards the storyline, right? Even though we're talking about whatever that you want to do, it's always kind of like nudging you towards the storyline.
I can't wait to play the game where they screw up and you see the crazy things where you're just you know, like my child just passed and they're like, that's so sad. Have you fought the dragon yet?
Yeah, well, because right now that's what it does, right? It just like instantly changes. But I'm hoping that what these ones do is it's more subtle, right? You're like, you know, instead of him, he's like, that is so sad that is happening to your son, and I don't want that to happen to the other children around our village. Could you look at that dragon for me real quick?
There you go.
Stop it, right? That's and so it like follows you through that storyline, which right now they wouldn't be able to make a video game like that. And do you know why?
Why is that?
Because it's too expensive to go back and forth and be like, ping the chat bot to do the thing and then come back for every answer that you're going to do.
Unless the chatbot's built into the thing, it's not some crazy language. Like if you're able to build it into your game.
But I think that's what they would try. That's what they tried to do at Starfield, right? Or I guess not. Those are just pre-recorded lines. So you would need not only ChatGPT, but a realistic voices that you could then add to all of those characters.
Or you could just have somebody just
anyway. I love this idea of going through this and thinking about this because I feel like this is the next generation. If the Starfield 2 comes out without this shit, it's gonna feel like a grandpa.
You're already thinking about Starfield 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like the next generation after this one. Any video game that's getting built without this kind of technology in it, I feel like is going to be.
I just hope they just don't like super, I don't know, monetize all this crazy stuff where it's like, oh, you have to now buy Starfield for $70, but you have to subscribe to the AI to get the immersive.
Totally,
you're like it's going to be the thing.
No, I 100% think that's what they're going to do at first because they're going to have to pay for the cost of all that processing, right? And so you can get Starfield with the BS, you know, recorded lines or whatever, or you can get the immersive Starfield that costs $7 a month, you know, whatever.
I'm going to say as my wrapping up comments on this particular thing, number one, blows my mind that we're at the point where we're simulating worlds.
Yeah.
Number two, I see some, and this was in the article, but there's some applications for research here. Like you can set up some scenarios that are going to allow you to see something. What do you want to see?
I was thinking we could probably go full cam.
Yeah, fair enough. We can go full cam from this. So, but I'm thinking like let's say you wanted to see how some sort of community would interact, and you were able to preload it with some of these variables. So like you go in their example, they were saying like, let's study low income things. But what if you wanted to just say, hey, what if you put a bunch of these kinds of people in a community, and how would this potentially kind of play out? Like, I love the idea that you can use it as like a study. It may not be realistic, but it gives you some ideas how to do it without having to like.
I love that.
Spend the time to wait years on end to do that.
What if it was like, hey, I want to put a high speed rail through here? What would be simulate the best stops that would be the most convenient for everyone to use when they're commuting or whatever? Or like, I want to put some kind of public park, that gives everyone equal access to it from the most boroughs or whatever. You could be like, simulate all of that stuff and then be like, great, now we can make better decisions about the things that we're building that is more equitable for everyone.
I think there's plenty of applications. So going back to the Sam comment we made, right? Like, there's a lot of different ways that we could look at AI. And like, is it good? Is it bad?
Right.
I mean, maybe it's ways that you could like look at bad things. Like, how can I make this whole thing go really bad? Like,
totally.
How
could I do this terrorist attack in the city and kill the most people?
Now
100%.
We're on a list now.
You're like, the Twitch has already got a strike.
Yeah, but seriously, like, you got to think about it. Like, there's always a yin and a yang to 100%. What we're talking about. So yeah, which community will form a suicide cult, right? Like, what are those like, I could see where people might be like, all right, I'm going to load as much as I can of how I might parent my child. And how could this potentially play out based off of these like
keep
factors?
Updating it every day that they're alive with new stats on my child and min-max what I should be doing. Should they be in tennis lessons 6 hours a day because they have the potential of being,
and then you're like, simulate that.
Or
nope. Like, your potential is 6%. We're taking you out of tennis, boy.
You're gone.
I love this, Dad. No. You're not going to be the next champion, make us millions. Let's try basketball next.
Yeah, or just we ran every single outcome, and your best one is tetherball.
Is there a
professional tetherball?
Professional tetherball. I want to play tetherball. I forgot how to play that.
Professional tetherball sounds like intense.
Yeah.
I bet that ball's whipping around that.
All right. That was good on the news.
Yeah. I mean, those are fun things.
Oh, whoa. One thing you forgot that you said for me to remind you.
I know.
Talk about the fair.
So the State Fair was this last weekend, just ended.
Wait, so just step back, just in case anybody's outside of Colorado.
Sure.
There's the Colorado State Fair. It's the place in Colorado where they have the fair for the state, which is pretty much in the name.
Well, wait to explain that, Adam. I'm sure everyone needed that explanation.
It felt like that was going to be way more epic when I started that, and then I was like, oh man,
it's going nowhere. Oh my god.
Well, apparently there's another fair a little further up north that's bigger than the one that's here that is like apparently good. But anyways, they have an art display every year, and we talked about Jason Allen last year.
So last year the Colorado State Fair art made some news. And it made some news because Jason Allen, who friend of the show, I'm going to say friend of the show. We had him on. We interviewed Jason Allen. He entered an AI generated, Mid-Journey generated image into the State Fair and won a whole bunch of prizes. Told the State Fair that he had created it by AI, but they didn't know what that was at the time. So they just went, created with a computer, whatever, looks good, first place. And so he got first place. And then it, made a big story, did all of that, came out huge, right? What is the copyright, implications of all of that kind of stuff? Should he have gotten that? Artists were pissed, all these things. Okay, so a year has gone by, and I was like, great, I gotta go to the Colorado State Fair art show and see what kind of like categories there are now. Is there a bunch of AI generated art? Is Jason Allen trying to be there again? Right? Like, what are all the things, right? So I show up into the Colorado State Fair art building, and nothing looks all exactly the same, right? Going through, looking all the same. Jason Allen has not less than 5 pieces in the Colorado State Fair. I think I took pictures of every single one.
Oh, nice.
Very similar to his previous pieces.
Okay.
Like, feels like in that same sort of vein, maybe slightly more abstract, but still in that sort of space opera, muddy, rusty color palette that he had before, and bigger this time, right?
Okay.
Sort of more like better textured canvases and things like that he printed it on. Cool, right? All in like the $3,000 to $5,000 range that he put onto it. So, hiked it up a little bit for this year. And for the most part, didn't win anything. There was one ribbon on one of them. I can't remember what it was. Maybe some kind of like audience award or something like that. So I was surprised on all of his art, right? Says AI generated Midjourney or something like that.
Okay.
I could not find any other AI generated that had that tag on their thing. So it wasn't like, this wasn't a thing where AI is taking over, the Colorado State Fair and everyone's just pumping out Midjourney stuff and framing it and putting it on the wall. That was not the case. So I was surprised at that.
That's good.
Because I thought for sure that you were going to see some of it.
Yeah.
Now, where I do think it came up, and this is only, me thinking about it or looking at it, but I was like, man, there are a lot more weird and creative instances of normal paintings here. And what that made me think is that people were sort of using AI and generating things and doing stuff and then being like, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to paint that over here. And not necessarily saying, and maybe that's not true, but just, there's like a certain level of creativity or whatever, or that you typically see at a state fair like this. And there was just more sort of weird but interesting layouts of things and styles of stuff that was going on that I was like, either people are just seeing it in their feed and getting more creative ideas because of the stuff that they're seeing, because obviously we all, no matter if you're into AI or not, you're seeing it in your social media and everywhere, right? And so maybe just that is bubbling up to the surface, or maybe these people are just generating Midjourney shit and then being like, I'm gonna oil paint that motherfucker and like
print it
boom,
out and paint over it.
Exactly, and be like, bam, there's my oil painting of this crazy elephant with like books underneath and towers of things. And yeah.
So there you have it. Yeah. Colorado State Fair, the pulse of AI art in this world.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but seriously, I think you're onto something, is that it's either kind of changing just the perspective, or like we're in a new phase of like art generation, or you have to be crazy to even compete with AI.
For it to even seem different or cool enough to even put into
I definitely have heard a lot that AI is on a down kind of the decline, not necessarily like declining in its use, but more of like it's everyone's using it, but like more of the folks like ourselves that are continuing to stay on the cusp of it are there. Other people are like, okay, that phase has gone out, and so it's not as much anymore.
And they're talking about them not being as good, and it's just getting diffused out to a lot of apps and things like that. So I think it's getting slightly more mainstream, slightly more people are using it in everyday things of their lives, but I don't know if it's necessarily like on an upward trajectory of, an exponential curve of creativity or use.
So we were saying this is good. It kind of like maybe this is the slowing moment that we talked about.
Oh man, it would be great, because in a slow ramp up of AI is way better than a fast ramp up. That's what
we're in crazy mode. Which is, I think it's going to be good for us. We'll continue our AI thing. We did not intend to make this an AI stream. I got to be honest with you.
But for a while it was a Halo stream because we were into Halo, and part of it, and for a bunch of the stream, it was a 3D printing stream, right? Because that was the coolest thing that we could like think of and be creative with, and now it just happens to be AI.
And this is what we hang out and talk about anyway.
Totally. So this is the hangout. So
it's so funny because the second this becomes work, or it starts to feel like arduous, like I don't want to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm still super stoked about it, because like this is what we're talking about. Totally. And so we have a new thing.
Yeah, a new thing to play with.
It's called Runway ML. And what's the ML stand for?
Machine learning.
All right, just want to make sure.
So this is something, if you've been on Reddit, or you've been like around the internet in the last couple of weeks, you've been seeing a lot of like maybe AI generated video. It's like usually pretty short. It's like 3 or 4 seconds. Some people have cut them together into like large trailers, let's say, of a minute or so with crazy different topics, right? And what this is like, it's a machine learning that either takes text prompts or image prompts and creates them and makes them into sort of animated. Don't show that one, Adam.
Nobody sees it.
I want to save that for I'm gonna. So Adam on the opposite screen is showing some cool like ones that I did for our logo, which I'm saving for the Extra Life stream. That's gonna be an incentive.
You're saving it.
I'm saving it.
We're not even showing.
We're not even showing this. You should not show this at all.
Oh man,
because
are you sure?
Yes,
that huge thing. Oh my god, that is.
Exactly. Blow it up big, Adam. Make it better than 10 Super Bowls.
You are missing out right now. On this screen, it is amazing.
We are doing an Extra Life stream on November 4th, just to plug it real quick. And we're going to be having incentives for people to donate.
24 freaking hours of live streaming with us.
Yeah.
By the end of this, we're going to be so punch drunk. It's going to be insane.
100%. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be fun. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time.
He's wanted to do this. You got to help us figure out what we're gonna do that. All right, so we won't show that. I don't want to mess with your thing.
Exactly.
So we're gonna show, what is it? Runway ML. Let's go to it. Let's see what we got here.
So I think what we should do is, what I think would be interesting is I feel like let's just upload something that we've done from the board game. Right. Okay. And we'll just do an image to video and just pick like what we feel like is one of the cooler images that we feel like we've generated from Midjourney.
So we have to find just a rando image.
Yeah. Like one of, maybe our enemy cards.
I think an enemy card.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like,
or
not the card, but I want just like the straight up image.
We gotta do this one.
This is the
we gotta do that one, right? That was our North Star for a long time.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. Try him.
All right. We're gonna upload this guy.
So I think I don't know what it needs to do.
It?
But image to video.
Here, you can do this. It's on the desktop. It's
okay. We're gonna do image to video.
All right. I'm stoked. And so you haven't run this yet?
I ran it once to do our logo.
All right.
So anyway.
You just ruined it.
I know, exactly. Okay, I'm going to skip all this.
But they don't know what it looks like.
Okay, so they know what the logo looks like. All right.
But not what it looks like. Sweet animated.
Yeah, that's true.
Explosion in the background.
Okay, so all we have to do is literally upload an image.
A single image.
A single image. And you can't tell it like, oh, I want that snowman juggling chainsaws. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work cool in a real way. It just does whatever it wants. And after a couple minutes, you end up with a version of this guy. So
wait, what's that motion say? Let's look at some of these features here. So we got motion.
Yeah. Okay, so I left it at 5 for the one that I showed you of our logo. So do you think more motion than that or less motion than that?
Let's keep it at the midpoint.
Just keep it at 5.
Let's see what the next thing
is. That's the default. And then here's the seed number. So if you want to do multiple ones of that, right? And then you have to do
upgrade.
These,
Got it. What is the timer? How long?
So it does. So that's what it is. 4 seconds of video. And then if you want to do 4 seconds more, you could pay for another whole thing of it. And you can't preview it.
Ooh, okay. So we're just rolling the dice.
We're just rolling the dice.
All right, let's roll.
Okay.
How long does this take?
A couple minutes, I think. So I don't know if we like sit here and do this, but we could maybe bring this up and look at some of theirs.
I kind of want to look at 9%.
Yeah.
All right. That's not that bad.
No.
I like it's all blurred on the background. We're trying to think.
Man.
Like, I really hope it's like a flickering.
Yeah.
Flame.
And he's like doing something with that part. So
oh my God.
You're building it up too much because I feel like sometimes it's gonna suck, right?
His eyes are gonna be glowing or something just dumb,
or just like wiggling right there.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I do feel like this is the right type of character for this because he's on like they can cut it out of the background and all of that, whatever it's doing right now.
Fair enough.
I only did one thing, which is the one that we're not showing, but I feel like, it did a pretty fun job. Like it's novelty right now because it barely moves at all, right? Like it's not like amazing actions are happening. It's almost like slow-mo shots of a 3-second thing happening.
So who does Runway? Is it just a new AI or... Uh-oh, here we got it. We got it. Is there music to this? No. Okay.
No, but I think...
All right, fair enough. Let's see what we got here. Oh! Oh!
What? His hands just disappear.
He melted.
He melted.
That's impressive, though. Tell me that's not
I
impressive.
feel like that looks a little... I mean, what is happening?
Look at the candle in the middle goes on, and then he melts.
Oh, it's weird. It's like it grows out of his... Yeah, that is so strange.
Out of his button.
I'm going to give that like a 2.
I don't know, I'm going to give it a 3. I would say, like, wait, what is the thing? Didn't match preview.
Lack of movement.
No, there's plenty of movement in the damn thing.
Human anatomy.
I don't know.
I'm going to say didn't match preview.
Yeah, well, I mean, it melts.
Oh, because we didn't get to do the preview, actually.
Look, it says reveal prompt right there. You can see what it said.
I don't think it... I think... Like it just sort of gives you what your
all right. Do we want to do another one?
Yeah. Let's do a different one.
All right. Let's find here. I have another one we might be able to pull out. Wait, can we save that one? How do we save that?
Oh right. Let's see.
Go to hide prompt. Right.
Oh, I extended it.
Oh shit.
All right.
Well, there we go.
Hide prompt.
We're gonna get a four more seconds of that, and it's gonna be just hit desktop. We're good to go. Fair. We'll see what it does. Maybe,
whatever.
Maybe he's gonna come back and it'd be nice if his head because he's so stiff in the head.
If it did something else. Okay. Do you want to try a different one?
Yeah, but we should look over here as to which one we're letting
that. You grab it.
Because I gotta figure out.
Yeah. What's it even gonna do at this point now that the hands are gone?
Is it still there? Okay, we're at 44%. That was a good bad click. Let's hopefully if we're gonna get some
misclick, everyone.
That's so good. So we have plenty of monster cards. Do we want to do something like fish? Like what would we put?
Like you could do the player character faces.
Do we want to even do like a game thing? I guess that's cool. Doing game. We can do I don't know if I have just a player face is the problem.
Oh, right. Like those ones that I saved from last time that we were like, we did them here, right? So do yeah.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That one might be really good. Okay. Steward is there. Uh-oh. Is this the longer version now? 9 seconds. All right, let's see where it goes.
Oh, see, I like his head moving.
That was good.
Right.
He came alive.
Yeah.
Like the whole background goes all crazy. That was good.
And I like when he like leans towards the flame, his face gets brighter. Like right here at the end. Whoosh.
Man, that's like 2D to 3D because it got some parts of it pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he's sort of leaning forward like that at that point.
What do we think? 4?
Yeah. For what it had to work with, which was no hand.
I like how it's like, hey, we're giving you 4, but everything's negative almost. Didn't match preview, lack of movement, didn't match prompt. Like,
oh, sure.
Why would they do that? I'll save for composition. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, and I can download this one too. That's cool. We're gonna put that on the website. That one's too fun.
But see, like how cool like let's say we made an app or so. Oh, failed to download file.
Oh, the second one did it. We got a second round. All right, so we're gonna do Steward, right?
Yeah, Steward. So to see what Steward.
Look, it says 97 seconds left. It's like it's based off of seconds of how to do that. How do I do this? You just load it here.
Yep. And then I think we should do one with a text prompt.
Okay.
Because that will be fun too. Like something we can think of that maybe would
like building an image with a text prompt.
Well, it's not even it's building a video, right? Building one of these 4-second videos.
Well, it's like
with your
an
own
image,
text.
a video, like it's text to video in motion.
Text to video. Yeah.
God, this one's gonna be creepy. I've already thought Stewart has been creepy from the get-go.
I love him. That's why it's so weird about him, right? Because he has that bulbous, that weird hat on. It's great.
He's looking kind of creepy right now.
He just looks very sad or pensive.
Like he's very like C3PO.
right?
He's worse than that. He's more like contemplating like how he's gonna take apart your body because he's a murdering robot.
It's like from the restaurant at the end of the gallery. Dang it! What's the
restaurant at the end of
the galaxy, right? Or what is it? What are those books? The sci-fi books that have the guy going around with the very depressed robot.
Oh yeah. Oh man, how are we not knowing?
Yeah, I know.
One?
It's killing
God,
me.
we are not proper nerds.
Not
with
proper
this.
nerds at all.
Let's see what this. Oh my God.
It's sort of like lowering. It's almost like the camera is moving below.
He looks
him.
like really scared now.
It almost looks like
we were talking smack about him.
And now he's like lording over us. Like this is the shot where where we realize the nanny robot is the evil.
It's the moment we pushed him off the edge. He's like,
no. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, push.
Bye, Steward.
All right, try
We're
try text to prompt.
All right, what are we gonna do with this one?
You just gotta save all of these, right? We paid for them.
We did. We paid for them
with our free
up.
credits with our email address.
How did I die? Oh, there we go. I had to spam click it. You're doing this next one. We're doing a text one. Chat, we need your help.
Yeah.
This is where you show up. You've been a little quiet out there. What do we do next? What kind of video should we be creating right now?
So you can think about it in the sense of like what type of movement you want, right? Because so think about like it's gonna be slow motion, like an image that's gonna move in slow motion for 2 or 3 or 4 seconds. So we could do. Do we want to do it for the board game? Is that what we should have done the cover of the board game. That would have been a good one too. Yeah.
Do we even have it here?
Maybe not.
Do you have that Frostbite? I mean, we had this one. We should have some version of it, right? Cover right there.
Perfect.
Hell, like, is this the? Yeah, that's the one we.
But that's the one with the skull at the top. Do you want to crop him in and then try it?
Oh, we should just do it with that, right?
Okay, so
all right, let's do the text one first, and then we'll do that. One
what could we do? Is there something for the game that we could do? For
this is a good question. So like a little promo video or something for the game. Why don't we just put in like what was the prompt, like sci-fi Christmas horror board game? I
wouldn't put board game because we're in the game at this point for promo stuff, right? Like, so I don't want to see a picture of the game. I want to be like as if I'm in the game.
Sci-fi, sci-fi horror Christmas party or
research facility, right?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. I don't know how much these.
Yeah, sci-fi. Do you have to put more like horror? Oh no, sci-fi Christmas horror.
Christmas horror. You always said that was like important, right? The which way?
Hitchhiker's Guide. Thank
you.
God.
They like commas in between here.
It's not allowing you to put a space. Oh no.
Yeah. For some reason, it took my space away. Horror.
Research facility in winter or something.
Yeah. Cool. I like that.
All right, we're rolling.
No light. Yeah. Do the light snake. That would be good. That would, because I could see it be like curling around itself.
God, we put with light stake?
No, because that's too complicated for this one.
All right. We're rolling. We're rolling with it.
But
just enough.
Can we now take this away and upload our?
I don't know. You're showing this one off. So look at image plus description. What's that?
Add an image to use as your first frame in the video. Use text to describe your scene and how it moves. Oh, I didn't even realize.
Damn.
What? How have we not been using that? Definitely use that.
There we go, man.
Okay, what do we... I feel like crop Dr. Frost in that.
All right, fair enough. We're doing a crop job on this. Well, while this little deal goes... Wait, hold on. How much more time do we got on this? 56 seconds. Okay.
Nope, 56% of how many seconds that takes.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's not going in that time frame of seconds. All right, I guess I got to open this in Photoshop.
Oh, what?
To crop it? How else do you crop it?
You could do it in. Can you even just do it in photos?
I'm opening Photoshop. Oh, whoa. Hold on a second.
Oh, here's our research facility.
Dang, it's kind of looking interesting. Oh, damn.
This is the first shot of the research facility.
Dude, that's where the magic is coming out of the top.
Nice. Love that. It's like northern lights are happening above it.
That is the shot.
Oh
my goodness. I kind of want to extend it. We have 80 seconds. I'm going to extend it. I'm rolling an extender.
Yeah, you're like, and tonight is the night that Adam and Ryan found the next $10 a month subscription that they bought.
So do you use yours enough? Because I was using Midjourney, and then I fell off, and now I'm using the hell out of it again.
Yeah, I started. I've been, doing things at work that is like researching it and seeing where we could use it and how easy is it to multiple people to use one Discord Midjourney account and all of that. We did get on an off topic, because we use Azure at work.
Okay.
Is that how you pronounce it? Microsoft Azure. Azure. Because we use that, they were like, hey, you can get access to like your own private, like, walled garden GPT 3.5 because you can use it, and then anything that you upload to it doesn't go out to the larger like ChatGPT and any of that OpenAI stuff. It's like the stuff that you train it with is yours. And I was like, oh man, that's going to be awesome. And there's a DALL-E 2 version of it. So they were like, and you can get a version of DALL-E 2 and just use it as much as you want because you're part of Azure. And I was like, yes, please.
please do. All right, here's our extended version.
Man, that was quick.
It was fast. It's because you talk a lot, Ryan.
I'm
just kidding.
That's true. No, you're right.
I talk more than you. Actually, we've done that. All right. Okay,
it's just a longer pull in.
The tree gets out of. But you know what? That's cool.
Totally.
Because I kind of wanted that shot to be just long enough.
Hey, I need to be able to fade it in and fade it out. And if you don't give me that 8 seconds, how am I going to do that? It's going to be too short.
That's a save. For today. All right, text and image. Text prompt, and description. Image. All right. So how are we gonna do this? You click this guy. You're gonna drag and drop an image. So we did do. Wait, where the heck is it? It's on the front. Did I not save it? Try enemy. Oh, here it is. Dramatic movie poster. So this is the cover of our board game we're about to play in just a minute, and we better start playing on this thing soon. I was gonna say, totally. So let's put what we want to do. So we got the image just so you can get like a quick reference of what we're about to throw in here. Let me pull the one that I cropped so it's true to form.
Yeah.
This is what we got cropped.
Okay. What do we want?
What words can we use? God, there's so much light and stuff. I feel like it's just gonna like flicker lights or something. But if we have a description of it, like strutting snowman, or
maniacally laughing. I don't know if that's. I don't know if it's gonna get. I don't know if it's gonna get.
What did you say? Laughing snowman creature or laughing. Do we even have to say snowman? Laughing.
Right. Character. I don't know. Is it going to add character? Like, do I need to tell it which part? Because is it going to like animate some like part of the top of this?
Let's try
if
it.
I don't say character.
Laughing person walking toward camera. Camera. I guess camera would be a word.
Yeah, you're like so many red flags in this one. It's gonna like put a camera in there.
All
right.
Gonna like laughing person walking forward. Forward?
Sure. Forward. Yeah.
That probably looks
decent. This is us like trying this, right? With everyone.
We're down to 85 seconds left of.
Isn't that funny?
I
feel like this is quite a bit. Because it does it in 4-second chunks, right? So it just says, hey, this is how many.
Oh, each second of video generation uses 5 credits.
And you have 425 credits.
So it's basically how many seconds of video we're generating is what this is doing.
Nice.
All right. Got it. This is fun. This remember the days when AI first came out? We thought it was so like.
Oh, yeah. We had the drum roll that we always did. I do think we tried some video or to text to video or something to video. I feel like we were trying in earlier episodes of this, and man, it was not nearly this good. Like it was very janky and things would just kind of jerk around, I feel like. And now at least
it was nightmare fuel. Remember the spaghetti one and
Will
the
Smith
dog
spaghetti,
ones?
Will Smith eating spaghetti. That's what we should have put.
Will Smith eating spaghetti. We could, because there's no. Oh yeah, there is just a text one.
Just straight
we
up
have
text.
the ability to do that. We got to get to this board.
I know.
Game.
Totally.
I'm so
I have to go to the bathroom
stoked
too.
about it. Oh, you have to run all the way.
I know.
Oh, it's just next door.
It's just next door. What?
All right, you got to look at this one. That was cool.
Yeah,
that was
totally.
quick. Let's see what we got. Oh man, it's looking good. Oh, what? Oh, it's Dr. Frost.
I didn't know what a laughing robot was, so it was like, all right, morph him into.
Wow, this adds a whole other dimension.
This is him like being saved, right? This is where we purged the Christmas magic from his body.
Dr. Frost
and now he's
is back to normal. He's no longer the snowman. This is
That's
the end
weird
of
thing.
Yeah. Laughing person. I like they're like, all right, well,
here's a laughing person, morph that person into
it's
a
almost like
person.
they're saying like the end game is you want a laughing person, and here's first keyframe.
Right.
How do we make this happen?
Totally. Yeah. It doesn't do a good job of. It's all very subtle. It's all very subtle stuff.
I'm still saving it.
Okay.
That's a good one. All right, I'm gonna cue us up for some board game stuff. So, what do you think about this? Is this gonna? This one is a little creepy in my mind. I want to pause on this guy and see if we can zoom it into his face. Oh, jeez. Right, close this little guy out. Oh, we have to play it still. And pause. That doesn't even look like a normal face. Like, you kind of see some weirdness, like he has double teeth and everything. So still a lot to do as we go into the future of AI building little clips like this. I can't wait to show you the other clip that Ryan did. So cool product right here. I feel like has some potential. I wonder how many somebody could like try to build like a game or some sort of video out of multiple clips right here with 81 seconds left. If you had a picture and the right kind of prompts, I bet you can make a video like a 30-second or 1-minute video. That might be something we do the next time. So while we're waiting for Ryan, last stream, if you remember, we talked about something called the Merbird. Thanks for everyone in the chat for helping us figure this out. So let's go take a look at what a Merbird or a Merb was going to look like before we jump into what today was like. So we had a little short that we ran that talks about it. We were going on, and Ryan has a bird called Ponyo, and we were saying, is Ponyo the movie or the show anything like a mermaid? Is it a mermaid? Is it not a mermaid? I don't know. Go check out the short. You tell us. But one of the things we talked about was, what would a merbird look like? So a mermaid bird, and this is what we got. This is the best we can come up with. I thought it looks pretty good. Looks like he's under the sea a little bit. Got that nice little hairdo under there, but some merbirdiness to themselves. So Midjourney, checking that one out. There's where a merbird is. So getting back to the stream, one of the things that we're going to be...
I miss Merbird.
You missed a merbird. We already talked about it a little bit. But
the only take I have on Merbird is I thought that was going to be way easier. I was like, come on, just give me a mermaid and put a sweet bird head on her and then add some feathers. Sort of off to the side.
Does that look like a merbird? The only reason I said that is because it looked like it was underwater out of all the ones that were there.
Yeah, well, and it looks cool, right? It looks like a sweet thing. The problem is you can't see the mer part of her.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I wanted the full tail to come out, right? But then also the wings or something. Anyway, I went through dozens of Midjourney credits,
and that was based off of what your original thing was. So it was something interesting. All right. Are we ready to play this damn board game?
Yeah.
How long has it been since?
Man, multiple weeks.
All right.
Multiple months.
January.
Since we started.
It was January.
Wow.
I looked at
September.
the first stream that we ever did that had anything to do with the board game. Last week we had debate on what our next project is. We're not going to get there too much.
We're not going to get into it, but exciting things.
We have some weighing out as what that's going to look like. But I think it's now time to play the game.
you were going to set it up because you're a master setter-upper of our game.
I guess I am.
Just experience. And so normally, Adam talked about this before, is like we have played through this on stream, but never fully all the way through. Never fully with an entire instruction manual, which you can see right there, like has actually filled out. And we want to try to do a legit playthrough where we don't stop every 3 seconds and go, here's 50 ideas that would go into that spot that is a stumbling block right now. So we feel like we have it set up enough with all of this that we can do that.
And so I'm going to jump back on this workbench. And so, Ryan, I'm going to explain to you as best as I can. And maybe what you could do is start to explain from the instructions.
Yeah.
And then I'll start outlaying what the game looks like, and we can go from there.
Perfect. I feel like part of this is going to be, us taking notes, right, as we do this and trying to think about it. And if you had these instructions, would there be anything that you would add or is confusing? So I'm sort of going to make notes as we go. We have 2 printed out versions.
And I think that's good. So we have done you have done the lion's share of finalizing or getting close to a final version of these instructions. So I'm going to set my set off to the side because I'm going to use that as reference, or this set back here. We talked about the board game itself. So it's an old cell phone kind of case, but we'll get the full experience. So when you take this guy off, what you're going to get into is your instruction manual, which we already kind of have. So set that off to the side. These are some of the notes that I just kept in with it. Felt like it needed to happen. Mm-hmm. So as we start to take out the board game, we're going to have our character cards. We're going to have to set those off in a second. And we also now have our end game cards, which is a new part.
Yeah, end game scenarios. We'd been putting off. We had not finalized how we were going to actually have people in this game until the last few episodes, and so in the last time I built it into here's the actual instructions step process that you would go through.
So I can't remember if we showed this yet. But
that's right.
is the reveal of the clock.
Isn't that great?
And we made this in 2 seconds, and we were debating on it. But what it is I was like, how sweet would it be if it's a Christmas tree clock?
100%.
And so this is 100% what you created, Ryan, in Adobe.
I don't even think, is it the right number of even steps?
It's totally not. It's 28.
Yeah,
it never even changed when we did it. But
yep.
I figured this would be where you always start and you always end on it. So you just keep going between the things. And what was kind of nice is I made it just long enough that you can just grab it. It's really works.
Nice.
It goes right all the way through. It fits perfectly. So if you print this, it should work perfect. So this is how essentially what would happen is every turn we have to go 1 dash. By the end, if you get to this point, it's game over or an evoke end game card, and we can kind of go from there. So we're going to work with that. So we got our clock. That's going to be something we had. We had our old player hit cards. We're throwing those away.
Fuck those.
Those are done.
That's for the charity stream when this game goes quadruple platinum, right?
Yeah,
we can sell that one for
kids. So we got our monster cards. So we have the color version of monster cards. So I'm going to shuffle those monster cards up. One of the things to keep in mind with our monster cards is it will tell you how many hit points it's going to take to destroy this monster, and then onto this right hand side you're going to see those hit points there. So one of the things that we've created, and you'll kind of see it here, is we've 3D printed these clips. And so this is so we could try to make this game as complete as possible. And there's multiple of these clips, and so once we pull out a monster card, it's going to sit on the card itself, and it's your counter. So if you're fighting one of these monsters, this is how you can count down, and then when you turn it to the top like this, it basically says you killed that monster.
Oh, I'm already adding things to the board here, which we don't have anything on there that says when you pick up your character board or when you pick up a monster card, add the 3D clip to
your counter clips.
To the hit point starter or whatever starting number.
So we're gonna put our monster cards off to the side here, and so we'll rearrange this as we go along. So we got 2 more of these cards. That's the salvation. So as we start to go through our deck, one of the things that we created, and you'll notice this on our cards, so we got the Dr. Cross today, and we're going to be playing as Sophia. Those are our 2 cards. You'll notice one's a little bigger than the other. These are our prototype cards. We have 2 other folks that we're going to do. But what happens is you have these little discs, and one is called a buff token, the other called a weapon token. And so you'll see what those look like, but we can't see which ones you pick. Those all have to be on this end, and we'll arrange those because it has to be random as to what buff you're getting and what
let's see. Do you want me to read you the instructions for the board setup and make sure that you're
reading the instructions, and I'm going to go along with what you're saying.
Okay, so the board setup is turn over all the black board tiles black side up except the starting corner with the star icon.
Okay. We're going to get to that. So you can keep going, and I'll do some of those things. So when he talks about the black icons, or it's both black and white, there's 4 main ones that we got now. Here's your 4 mains. And the one that you always start with, the starter one, will have 4 paths that come out of it. All of the other ones will have a less than 4. So this one has 2, this one has 2, this one has 3. So we're going to set those off to the side.
So I have this wrong. So I had starting with the star corner. The star corner is actually where you take everything, right?
Yes.
That's the sled corner. So we need them. So that's written on here wrong. The break room corner.
Yep. That is exactly what that is.
Okay.
And you can make those as private notes in your head. Oh, just kidding.
I'm not. I'm writing it down in here because I will never remember that after this moment.
So one of the things about the board game that we haven't quite decided if we're going to put in is like numbering for the rows, but it's 8x8. It's 8x8.
Yeah, I have mixed the tiles and place in an 8x8 grid with the larger 2x2 tiles in the corners.
So when I took these tiles out, there's a couple sets of tiles. There's the normal tile set that we have, and then all of the parts. And if we come across a card in this, we're going to have to deal with it and just not consider it a card that we picked up. But there's 4 special cards or 4.
Do we need to say like
icons?
Add the sled parts to 4 random tiles or something?
You could say that in the initial setup because these little things clip into there. So they're like little 3D printed things that actually clip right into the card. So this just indicates this is a sled card. So what's nice is that you can kind of mix that in and you just don't know where those cards are as you go through. So I'm going to let you continue reading through this as I start to set up the board.
Okay. I'm just writing in the last note here to the last 4 random tiles. Okay. So, and then something that looks like you've already done, create a pile of action cards, event cards, weapons tokens, and character buff tokens all face down near the board, which I feel like you've already done.
You got a couple of them there.
Okay, so I have overview. The objective of the game: work together as a team to gather pieces of the escape sled, stop the magical energy from being released, escape the North Pole facility. Arctic facility? Or I guess it's North Pole because it's Christmassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we need to make a change on that, that's fine. But we're in a very cold location in a research facility near where Christmas would happen, which would be in North Pole, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should mark later. I'm gonna mark. What time is it in? It's 1 hour and 34 minutes into. Is basically when the start is. Like you're starting to set it up. Which I would include as part of the gameplay, right?
Sure. So we're nearly on the setup. So one of the things that we did is we had to sort those corner pieces. And one of the reasons why is that it'll be fun that the corner pieces could be in a various place. So if you need to take the sled pieces to one location, you don't know which of the corners you're going to take it to. But we always have to have one as a starting point. And that's why that one's flipped, if you're curious.
You know what could be a cool upgrade at some point is the corner. You know, right now you wouldn't be able to tell how you should be rotating any of those 3 other corners. Yeah. Right, because you don't know where the outside is. Maybe the outside edge is pointed inwards. Right?
So what happens is on each of these things, and I'm not going to flip the other one, is you'll notice that this corner piece always points to the out location because it looks a little bit bigger.
Yeah. But when it's upside down, you don't know, right? So right now it could be, So when you flipped it over, you would have to turn it.
You would turn it, but yeah, the idea is that it only has one location so that those little parts go into the board.
I was just thinking on that black side, you could print some kind of pattern or something like that you would be like, this is the outside.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That sounds like a great idea. We got our action cards.
Okay, action. We need action, event.
I'm going to put the action cards off to this side here. So we got these little tiny pieces here that I'm going to keep in here. It has little gears that we get to put in our meeples. We have, and that's if you pick up a piece. We have neat little weapons, little tiny mini weapons that go into our people. So I'm going to keep those in the bag, and I'm going to set those to the side just in case we need that in a little bit. So now is the fun part because we get to take out all of our actual meeples, which is all of our enemies.
Ooh, and our player characters.
But tonight we're only playing with 2 of them. So that is going to be Dr. Cross and Sophia. So there's our 2 meeples.
Watch the previous streams if you see how we came up with those meeple styles. And the player character images. It's all AI.
Yeah, I love that. And so our cards are monsters. They're gonna set off to the side because they're not on the board quite yet.
Yeah.
But if you want to get to the rule set of how they start to get on the board, we'll go there.
So how do we start? Each player picks a character. So I guess you just get to choose in this version, which seems fine, right? Players place their character pieces in the starting corner room. Right there. Players choose one weapon token from the pile and place it on... That says 1 and not on their character board weapon slot.
All right, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
I'll get this set up and then we'll switch places and you can kind of go from there.
Totally.
That works. So what I'm going to do is let me just get... I'm going to put these cards. These are our end cards. I'm going to put them just a little bit off to the side for now so we can get to those in just a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think it would be better if our monster cards sit up and down on this side.
Yeah. Well, and eventually our cards are going to be a lot smaller than they are right now.
Yeah.
So eventually they'll just be like clunk, 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 straight down the side is how I pictured them. I pictured them basically being 2 tiles.
I think you're complete. Here's all our clips.
There's the clips.
Because we need our clips. So to get our clips out, we got to set up. So each of our player cards, the bottom have the hit points the player can take. And so you can go all the way up of getting 20 points or you can go all the way down to 1.
What do players start with? 20 or 15?
I don't know. What does the rule say?
Doesn't say anything. So we should probably... I have a thing of add the 3D clip to the hit points.
Let's do this.
Starting at...
You said 15 first. I'm putting it at 15.
15. So starting at 15 for player characters.
Yeah, we got our 2 players on the board.
Okay.
And I think next what we wanted to do was we need to create pick your weapons, right?
Yeah, so we have that one. So do you have... It says first is weapon token.
Okay, so I'm going to randomly pick a weapon token for you.
Okay. Here's my weapon token.
You got a shield.
Boo! So a shield on me is +1 defense for each creature attack and +1 hit point removed from creature attack total at the end of the fight. So I basically get whenever he hits me with at the end of the fight, I get -1.
I get this sweet magical staff.
Magical staff is +2 defense. So basically a better version of what I have. So 2 hit points are taken from the creature attack at the end of the fight.
All right. So now we're getting our buff tokens. What do buff tokens do?
Buff tokens. Players choose 1 buff token from the deck and place it on their character buff slot.
All right. You got switch pieces. So you could take any of the 2 pieces and completely swap their locations. I would say even rotate them too.
So this was... No, because we have one that's rotate.
Okay.
So maybe I'll put not rotate. We'd have to call that out. Anyway, so I named each one of these because I thought it would be better if you could be like, oh, right, I got the switch or the jump, right?
Got it.
So this was switch. Players able to switch 2 adjacent tiles on their turn.
Nice. Now, the next one was enter And leave the board.
Yeah, so I called that one Sneak.
Got it.
And it said if a player exits the side of the board, they can re-enter at any other entryway. To come up with these, I just watched the last stream. Where we were going through this, I was like, I don't remember what any of these do. So I'll just watch the stream while Adam explains it.
Nice. And so what we have here is our pieces of the sled, more for the fun part. So those will sit off to the side and we'll create our sled.
Yeah, because we don't know where the sled room is.
No, we do not. So we got all the pieces on the board. We got some extra little clips where when we start to have monster cards come out. So I'll leave those at the top. Get to put those on the monster cards as we go forward. All right, Ryan, what are the rest of the rules? Let's get that set up and then we can start playing.
Choose creature cards and add them to the board. Roll both dice and position the creatures at the coordinates of the two red dice, x-axis and y-axis.
How many creature cards are we doing?
For 2 players, 2 creatures.
Okay, so we're going to do our first creature card. We got 6, 4. So red.
See, so this is another thing where I don't know which one is the red side and which one is the white side, right?
We can say the red is the monster side on the left and then the white on the top. So we're going to say 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monster card 1. And the first monster we have that's coming on the board, and I'm going to put monsters over here, and then we'll just draw them out.
Okay.
First monster on the board, Polar Plague Bear.
Nice.
All right. And we're going to put our clip on there. So Polar Plague Bear has now 8 hit points, and they're sitting up at the top. All right. So let's get our Polar Plague Bear. Where are you? Am I missing? Oh, here it is. Big, fat Polar Plague Bear.
Oh, man.
It's cool. And notice Polar Plague Bear, if he knocks you out and you have your weapon and a thing, he can hold 2 of your things. So he can take your weapon and he can take your piece that you're holding on.
Is that Polar Plague Bear?
Yeah, it's Polar Plague Bear. We changed it up. We had like
I was going to say, yeah, we had the goat for a while.
We had a goat, but this is
I like
from
that
thing.
better.
So I'm flipping this one over. Oh,
man.
Off the bat, we already have
a weird scenario happening where one of our first.
So what happened is he is stepping on one of the part pieces. So here's where this like little thing needs to pop out. We don't want that to stay on the board. So we're taking out the part to say a part has been collected. And now he has the part in his little Polar Plague Bear hand. So the only way we can get the part, the only way we could even possibly win this game is to fight and kill Polar Plague Bear for sure. Boom. First dilemma on the board.
Okay, I'm going to say we need a thing for what happens if an enemy uncovers a part.
They get the part. That's how it goes. All right, we got 7-3. Oh my goodness. You're going to be close to each other. So 7 would go all the way down to here, and then 1, 2, and 3. And so they're going to be kind of close to each other. What if there's another part under here? How crazy would that be? Okay, no part under there. And the next enemy on our board is Zombie Elves.
All right.
There's our 2 creatures. Now, one of the things that Mike Azul and I had a conversation about is what happens if we got landed on one of these squares? What if it was, 7-2, and this is where we're supposed to be, or 7-8 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the way we design these cards is we could do it to where if you stand in the middle, it's a safe room, and those guys could go around. And this is a card, this is a card, this is an area. So again, we're not going to talk about rules, but I feel like we've already talked about it a little bit. But things to consider.
Okay.
We didn't have that scenario yet, so we're good to go. We are ready to start our game. We need to get our zombie elf on the board. And Ryan, would you like to run the game, or do you want me to continue?
The last one is without flipping it over, choose an in-game scenario card and place it face down near the sled corner, which they won't know what the sled corner is. So near the board.
We're taking a card.
I don't know. Do you just want to play? I mean, whatever you want to do.
You're doing a great job there. I mean, I can do it. If you like to, oh shoot, I'm not supposed to look at it.
Ah!
I'm re-putting that one in there. Whoa.
This is just throwing them everywhere.
All right, I got it. I got our card. This one's gonna sit over here, and I think we're ready to play. That's the setup. This is complicated, but once you start to learn like any board game, it starts to become pretty fun and pretty easy.
Yeah.
So let's just get into the rule set. Like, how are the plays? How does that work?
Okay, so let me skip past because I have a lot of like, here's what each of these tokens do, and here's what each of these corners do, and all of that. But okay, what do I do on my turn? Or do we need, I feel like maybe we need like a starting the game
Sure.
thing. Okay. What do I do on my turn? You take 4, I don't like actions because it is the same as the other one. 4 steps. Okay, venture out. So I like this for the, like I keep saying, the cool immersion of the lore in this, that you have, it's dark, right? And all the lights have gone out.
Right.
And you're uncovering parts of the path as you go. So flip an adjacent tile to your character to reveal more path.
All right. Are we ready? You want to start?
Do you want me to go over there and you do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's do it. I'll let you have it because I think I've been over here and played the game.
Sure.
So it would be nice if you get to play it.
Perfect. I'm going to take my notes that I'm writing on already.
Yeah.
And you take yours.
Yeah. Fair enough. And you may just take your seat too if you like.
Oh, that's true. You left this mic on?
Yes, I did. We have this all set up. We plug in mics in different locations. Good times.
It's crazy.
Good times.
It's amazing.
That setup, man, it's crazy that we got to this point that it's set up with all of this stuff. Good job, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go small on this little camera here. That looks good. I think we got a game here.
We got a game. Okay. So first thing is venture out. So I guess we need like who goes first.
So I always like it when games or they say like somebody's done something ridiculous. So who watched a horror movie last?
Oh, right. I could do that. Or horror or Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Horror Christmas movie. Last one I think I watched was like an exorcism movie. And that was like 2 weeks ago.
No, then you win.
All right. I'm going first. Thanks to Heather for that one.
Oh, nice.
All right, so I will be.
Yeah, which one are you again? You're I'm Dr. Cross, right? And you're Sophia.
Sure, I could do that.
I love how she has the like battle axe mage.
Which I didn't do is I didn't give her the battle axe. So you should see right up next to that isopropyl alcohol, next to the yellow little thing up there. You had it just to the left. Keep going, right? That little bag right there of stuff. That should be all the little parts and pieces. So take the little magical thing in the shield. Now, one tip is I've learned this with the pieces. Try not to it was the Pope Exorcist. Yes, it was the Pope Exorcist.
Nice.
Don't shove those deep into the God. Don't shove that deep in the hole, Ryan.
not so deep in the hole.
Last time on the stream, I shoved one of those in there and I broke it off, and I didn't tell anybody on the stream. I was like, oh man, this is bad.
You're like,
so you have to just like subtly get it in there just so it kind of holds it on the character. So just as a tip, it should be just enough. Yeah, perfect. So now you know what weapon you have, and it's kind of a cool way to kind of see it. So some of them might not. Yeah. That looks sweet.
Totally.
I love that. Thanks, Mike Azul, for the meeple, like item meeple people, because that is look at that. It's because of you, man.
That looks good.
I love it. I love that it works. And on the side was I was being lazy, and I'm like, I'm gonna put a hole through the side. It actually looks better. It looks like because you would hold.
Well, because that's how you would hold it, right? Yeah, exactly. As you were walking.
We had the shotgun on the front, and it looked like a big old dong. It was not.
That's
not
right.
the right way. All right, so I'm going first, right?
Okay, so you're going first. So you're venturing out, which means that you can. This place has an exit of any of these areas where the path goes, right? So you can go anywhere.
I'm gonna go third row. Number 7. So, yep.
So like here? No, here.
Yep. That's
Okay.
the one.
Yeah, it's like chess. You're like three.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that. But I'm gonna let you do the rotates for me. You just pick it up and you do it however you would pick it up, and then I'll just go with it.
Okay.
Sweet. So I'm gonna go straight down.
Yep. And then keep going this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going straight down.
Okay.
Oh snap!
Okay.
So okay, I don't want to ask questions. We're gonna keep going down. Let's do a turn on that one. I want to keep going down that path.
Okay. So Adam's used his one 90-degree turn. Gonna keep going.
What I'm trying to do is like get to the corners, because my strategy is let's get these corners.
Okay. Stuck.
Okay, so what my I can't use my yellow token.
Oh yeah, so you could be using some of the stuff, right? So you're Sophia. Sophia's thing is, fighting stuff that we're not using, and then going off the corner. So you're nothing.
I am done. So in my case, I could either flee?
No, so now this is where an event card happens. Magical stuff happens. The event card. Draw an event card from the pile and read it out loud. Follow the directions. Discard the event card to the bottom of the deck. Ready?
All right, let's see what my event is. I'm excited.
Enemy add. Add one enemy to the board anywhere. So maybe player's choice.
Yeah, that's cool. So, of course, I want to get it kind of further away from me. So let's do column 1, row 6. Column.
So we gotta choose an enemy, right? So just the next enemy.
Light Snake!
Light Snake, fan favorite, Light Snake. Okay, Light Snake is here. I'm gonna put...
I put those clips so you kind of put them on sideways. I engineered the crap out
You
of that.
engineered. It looks great. It doesn't even look as good on the stream here, but it looks great in especially in real life. Okay, so we're adding the snake.
So column 1, row 6.
Okay.
And you got to flip it.
And we got to flip this over.
I was really hoping it wasn't going to be a piece. Good. We're good.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so your event is done. Now you have your action moment, which you have 3 options. You can draw an action card. You could fight a creature, or you can flee, which is running back down the connecting hallway until you hit a corner, a room, or a dead end.
I feel like I need to get an action card.
Action card, because you don't got crap of enemies around you, and who wants to flee? Switch gear. Trade an action card with another player.
Cool. I'm just holding that. So that's
that's a hold, right?
Yeah. Here, you just hand it to me and I'll hold it over here.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Well, I'll need it back over here at some point, but
yeah, once I switch it out. Cool. I think so I'm not fighting any
No,
enemy?
wait. I need it over here. Because I need to put it next to your thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I need to know what stuff people have. So I'm thinking, like we were saying, these will probably be smaller in the real ones, so they'll fit.
And they would sit on those top 3.
And they would sit on these top 3.
You can only have 3 at a time.
Okay, so so that was your thing. Now we're getting closer. So the enemies move. The creature closest to the player moves. The creature gets 2 actions. Rotate one adjacent tile 90 degrees. Tile can be under the creature, and then move down the path 1 space closer to the player. So we have to add that he uncovers a tile, right?
Yep.
So he uncovers a tile.
Well, and that's if it's uncovered. But yeah, so I think that's the closest to, it's either up
this
or
one?
to the side. Yeah, I think
this one probably.
Yep, because it kind of connects. Oh, snap.
Okay, so he gets it. So he gets to move his 1. And that's it. That's his turn, right?
Absolutely. And then the clock goes.
And then the creatures count as the boy. We're not doing any of that. Nothing of that. Creatures can enter corner rooms, but not the furthest corner tile, I said.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the last one is the clock is ticking. Move the clock forward 2 minutes, which I hate that. That's confusing and makes you think you have to do it twice.
Yep, so we're just going to do it 1 tick.
Yeah, 1.
Because, based off the design, we're going to roll off. There's 28 moves that we have to beat this game. And the objective is get those corners undone, get the parts, and get to the sleigh.
Get to the damn sleigh. Okay, so we moved him.
Tick of time. The clock is the first time we're using the clock, so this will be fun to see.
So like
nice.
1, right? Is that what you would
Yeah.
say, or is it the in between?
It could be.
I think it's
on.
I think it would be the on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're 1 down. Let me see any more rules for that one. Okay, that's a turn, basically, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A successful turn. Okay, my turn. So let's see.
You moved Dr. Cross, by the way, instead of my person. So there you go.
Sorry about that.
You all good?
Okay, so now it's my turn. Venture out. Flip an adjacent tile to your character to reveal more path. Can I go down this whole thing and be standing right here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I feel like we need to call that out at some point, but
yeah. We said we're not going to talk too much about
I know, but I have to write down notes.
I know. I think we got to. I think we're going to just stick on
maybe
the playing.
maybe you write down now that you're sitting over there and I'm playing, you write down notes of things like that so I can keep playing.
I just want to sit here and watch you.
That you got work to do, Adam. Don't even give me that. Okay, so I've wandered my character down the hall. So basically say, hey, you can follow the path anywhere you want until you get to a place where you want to flip over an adjacent tile to reveal more paths. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to reveal this path. So it's that way. I'm blocked, but I can rotate this now. So I'm going to use my 1 rotate to go forward. And then I'm going to reveal more path. Oh, nice.
Yo, you're on it, man.
Okay, which way do you think, teammate? Do I go back toward? Do I get this little area here, or do I keep venturing out that way to get this corner?
And see, this is where it's a team is because if you go up,
right,
you might still have like better connections if you come out of those 2 paths that are in the upper right hand corner.
Right,
I mean, that could be an option.
Okay, let's try it.
It's your turn though.
Nice.
Put some little music on in the background as we go.
Okay, so I still got path to go to. Nice.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness. This is like I am the luckiest doctor in the entire world.
Dr. Cross.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So we ran into that. I'm done with turns. I've already used my 1 turn, right?
And so could you go all the way to the back and get on that path though?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be right here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's still viable, right? That's the point of the game.
I guess, because it still all matches, right?
I think you still are going, man.
Okay.
Oh man, that might be good for me. It can exit at least out of
yeah, and you can exit out, but I'm stuck. Me myself, I am stuck.
You were done.
Okay. So we should probably write that down. That we need to have a rule that says if only people with that player skill can leave outside the. Maybe we don't need that, but okay. So that's good for me. So the next one is magical stuff happens, which is an event card is pulled. Lights out in the hall. Well, I accidentally picked up 2.
All right, we'll just roll with that one.
Okay. Lights out in the hallway. Roll 1 die. Number is darkens 1 row. That is worded very awkwardly.
It's almost like AI wrote that. No.
I would like to blame it on the AI, but I think I wrote that. Okay. So I basically have to roll 1 die. 1. And this is the row, right?
Yeah.
That's how I would think of row. So it doesn't darken me because I can't be darkened. But this one is flipped over.
Yeah, that could be detrimental when you get that in the game.
Like taking out an entire row.
You have to remember all the rotations.
Yeah, and be like, now I'm stuck because I couldn't before. I had the sweet path to get the hell out of here, and now I'm not.
I like that we did not say which way you rotate or pick up the piece. So you have to strategize on how you're going to.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
If you closed a roll, you would say always flip it top
to bottom, right?
So
and always back to the thing when you flip it this way or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good strategy.
Heck
I like that.
I like strategy.
Okay, so magical stuff happened. That is done. Let's do this action card, I think, because I can't even flee if I wanted to. So I'm going to pick up an action card. Adrenaline boost. 3 hit points to next attack and must play before a roll. Okay. So I get to hold that.
So you get a card. Nice.
That's a good one.
All right.
Okay, so then now the enemies need to move closer. So I would say what? Probably him.
I'm still the closest. So you had to go to the closest player on the board.
Yeah, which is our bear. So he is going to what?
Probably go up, right?
Well, he can't. So he can only go this way.
Yeah.
So he's going to turn this one, or he's going to flip this one.
Oh, God.
Okay.
He is making his way.
All right. That's him making his way. Making his way.
I'm going to fight that thing. I need that.
You're like, we need that piece, actually. Like, he is the one with the piece. Okay. So, and then clock forward one.
Yeah. Once we get the beat on this, it starts to go a little faster.
Totally, it does. Okay, so you're up next. Where do you want to go?
You know, I want to rotate that piece, and I want to try to get to the bear.
Rotate this?
I want to fight the bear.
Okay, you get one rotation.
One rotate, and then get the piece below it. I'm going all out.
Okay, that was your one rotate, but I can go here and then right here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got to do the event, though.
So the event card has to happen, but you're basically saying your turn is over, right?
Yeah.
For the movement part. God, I keep picking up.
Well, technically, right, I can still flip the card to the right of me.
Oh, like you could flip this one if you wanted to.
Flip it because I want to reveal the board. Cool.
Nice. And you have that thing where you can bounce out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it where
nice. That's a good flee moment.
Nice. Like
oh, you'd be fleeing right into the hill.
No, because you could flee.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You can do anywhere, right? You could come in with next to me. Can players be on the same tile? Can players occupy the same tile?
Yes.
Okay, write that down because we don't say that specifically. Okay, so next thing you have your action moment. Do you want to draw an action card or fight a creature?
You're so fighting right now.
Amazing.
So we have to be on the same tile when we fight. So you put me on the same tile, right?
I thought it was just adjacent tiles.
Okay, that's fine too. We're in a hallway right now.
Yeah. So it's like we met at the bottom of the hallway. Okay, so we have a thing. What happens during a creature battle? Okay, the player rolls both dice. Red equals the creature's hit points and white equals the player's hit points.
We got 3 rolls.
Okay. Yep. The delta between the numbers are the hits for that roll. Remove hit points after each roll from either creature or player, and the fight ends after 3 rolls or if the creature, player, or player dies. Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Knocked everyone over. Okay, so that is a white 7.
Nice.
And a red 3.
So that's a 4.
Delta is 4. What is our plague bear?
Yep.
Okay, so he moves down 4.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So he's on 4. He has 4 hit points left. All right.
He has 4 hit points left. Okay.
Maybe roll the dice off to the side of it.
Maybe not straight onto them.
Yeah.
Dang. So we got a 6 and a 7.
Uh-oh.
So he took 1 off of you.
Yep.
So let's see. So where's you?
On there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have little slots or something.
Okay, down 1.
All right.
Okay, last roll. 2 for him. And 7 for you.
Boom! Ha ha!
That's a freaking dead plague bear if I have ever heard one.
So then flip it over to the top.
Yeah.
Little, or the little thing. Wait, grab that card, the bouncer card. So the little check thing that goes on there, it goes pointing down on the top to the little death.
Oh, okay. We need to have a picture of that. Can you write that down? We need to have a picture of how the clips work.
Got it.
Okay. So we put him here. So this says, what happens if I defeat the creature? The creature's piece is taken off the board and placed on top of their creature card. Okay. The player gets 3 health back.
Heck yeah.
1, 2, 3. That's even higher than you were before because you're all fucking pumped up. Okay. And then
I never used my magic too. I could have totally used my magic.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I didn't do
No, well, but when it ended, you would have gotten stuff back because I made that the card you only use it at the very end. So whatever the last.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you know what? Like, I don't know. Anyway, another thing for me to note on. We will move on.
So in this case, what you should do is you got to take the part out of our little guy, and you got to give it to me.
Yeah. So we're gonna take him out.
That was all I wanted to do. I wanted to get the part. We needed the part.
Well, and
Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay, there you go. And I'm saying you take over his spot for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's dead. What happens when I find a sled piece? Which is what you have done. When a player finds a sled piece, they must race to the sled corner and drop it off. If a player is defeated, they drop the sled piece. Creatures and players can pick up abandoned sled pieces.
So I'm in a good space right now. I can't move, but we don't know where the freaking sled thing is. So I'm already on the path to try to get there. So we'll deal with that in a second here.
Okay, so
I'm done.
That is the end of your turn. We need to move. Well, no, we need to move enemies.
Oh God.
So this enemy is probably the closest, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this tile. Oh man, and move him forward. All right.
Nice.
Oh, he has a rotate.
Yeah, you have one rotate.
So I think he would rotate like that, right?
Because the path has to connect for you to get with the monster. Like
like he's trying to get to you, and that's a little bit of like I would say the honor system in this, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a digital game. Okay, and then one more of these forward.
All right, we're chugging along.
We're chugging.
It's one of the things from the other game that when we first played is when you knew where the corners were, like you knew where we were trying to go. So this makes you really want to explore the board.
Right.
This is great.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Here's my turn. I'm gonna flip this one over because I know what that one is looking like.
Good.
Right. So that's gonna be my flip. So now I can come down here and I'm gonna go back to right here. And then now, because I can go still that way, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this one over.
You got screwed anyway.
I got screwed anyway. Do I still have my rotate?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Get out of here. Okay. I'm going to rotate.
Yeah, just leave it for now. You're not, I'm the perfectionist, not you.
And I know, but okay. Okay, so keep going. Okay, I'm stuck.
Okay.
All right, so stuck. So now I do my event card. Light out area. Roll one die. Number is how many tiles that flip black around the player.
Ooh.
So I'm going to say we almost need like a little diagram on here.
Oh yeah, that diagram's on okay.
Something like that. I'll figure that. I'll make that.
We have years more on the board game. But you heard it here in Double Drop Down. The next project is board game.
Board game. Okay. So lights out all around, but I roll one die. 6.
Oh
man.
You have to take all of them out. Just remember top to bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
It's rough.
But it's scary.
Man, it's scary, right? Especially because I wouldn't know where these two were. No. Okay, so that is the end of that. And then I'm going to do my action card because what else am I going to do? Found a health pack, +3, and I can hold it if I want.
Yeah.
So maybe
keep
I'll
on that for a little bit.
Oh, wait, that's me. That's you. I'll hold on to that until I need it. Okay, so that's the end of that. Enemy is going to move. I'm going to say his move is right here.
Yeah.
Right? And he gets to flip one tile, but he already did his move, so that's it. He did his move. And then one Christmas tree forward.
Starting to get a little intense with the Christmas tree. You kind of forget about it, but
right. You're like, we need to uncover these freaking corners and figure out what is going on. Okay, so your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, so put that lights out card at the bottom of the deck, just so that's not showing.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate right off the bat the little T one so I can see and reveal the corner. So not that T, but that
this
one.
one?
So just turn it to counterclockwise. And now that should reveal the corner. So
Right. So you're going to move here, and then you're going to reveal the corner.
Oh yeah, first corner. Oh, nice. So the thick one should point out, the double arrow piece.
Yep. Okay. So, what is that corner?
Oh, you even have like.
So
oh, you did do that.
It's not the sled corner. Okay.
That's the regen room, right? Or
that's the laboratory corner, the corner that brings players back from the dead.
Nice.
So, do you want to say, like, if you die before you undo that you're just dead? And you can't get someone revived until you've redone that corner?
Yes.
That could be interesting.
That could be cool. Like, you have to go to the corner. You're like, we need to regen.
Yeah, exactly. You have to find that corner, or I'm just out of the game and watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. You can keep moving now. So do you want to
go in? Let's see here. No, what I want to do is I should be able to go all the way up. Turn to the left. Like keep going down to as I'm going towards you. And then if we flip that one right, we should be able to flip it over the right way.
Wait, because I think it's back this way.
Yeah. Okay, and then so keep going, and I'm gonna be on the same card as you, or the same. So what I need you to do is pick this next one up from left to right. So flip it from the left to the right.
This way, left to right.
Yeah. I think that's the right way. I can't. I'm maybe misremembering this, but.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going down that path.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to go down. I don't know which way to flip that one. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm done.
Done. And you already used your rotate, right?
I already used my rotate. So
okay.
I'm gonna go fight.
Now, yep, you could. What should I be using with this one again exactly?
So you can flip two of them. Like if you wanted two of those to flip, so like that one you're standing on and the T for whatever reason, maybe you wanted to flip those two.
Switch to adjacent tiles on their turn. Okay.
So in my case though, I could run all the way back and fight the elf
as your thing that you're doing.
Yes. Instead of picking
because you've already moved. So that would just be fleeing. Right? You could flee, which is but you had to have set yourself up next to this guy to be able to fight, I think.
But I haven't picked an action, right?
Yeah, but you already moved, right? And then you did your event. So you're like move is over.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Right.
All right, so then it's action card.
So it's action. Rotate the floor under any enemy, and you can hold it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that.
Totally.
Sweet, I'm done.
Okay, let's move this enemy. This guy, right? He's gonna rotate.
He's coming towards you, man. He wants you.
And that's it.
Time.
And one more down. Okay, my turn. I'm going to go right on top of you, basically.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll do this one.
Okay.
We'll sort of break it up a little. I'm going to explore up here. I'm going to do... Okay.
You can still make...
I can still rotate something, right?
So, even if you get to that dead end, you can technically still come back if you really wanted to, because you're kind of in free movement until you do the event. Then can I move over here and now flip this one? Yeah,
and then move over here and now flip any of these and this one?
I think you're in free movement until then. Yeah, why not?
Because I want to come here and flip this one.
Do it. Do it. I think that's totally viable. Oh, yeah, boy.
There it is.
We needed that.
Okay, that's a sled corner. We got lucky. We got lucky. I'm stuck, unfortunately.
We can't get into the sled corner.
The enemy can.
Yeah, they can.
Or we can get in down here. But okay. So my movement is done, right?
Yeah.
So then I have an event. We should write down something about what you said about free movement within it.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's not something that we call out, is how you can move around. Hallway blackout. The hallway connected behind you blacks out.
Damn it.
That is so many tiles.
Wait, is it just directly behind you?
I know. I had it. When I thought of this, I thought you would basically here.
Oh my God, no.
Like the whole connected hallway, but maybe that's too much.
I think the hallway until it hits a turn. So I think the one that's just directly behind you, just that little corner piece.
Where did I happen to my pen? Okay, I'm gonna say until you hit
a turn.
A corner or dead end. Okay. And we're not holding that. That's just an event that's happening down here. So this guy is out. And then that was in the event. So action, I'm going to pick an action card. Throw it to me. You must give another player your sleigh part if you have one.
Ooh. Put it down just a little bit because because you can't read it. There you go. That's like about the focus area. So yeah, give another part, a sleigh part if you. So this is where are you at right now? Okay, you can't get in there.
No, I can't get in there though.
So we could play we can play the actions whenever. So maybe
because I can hold this.
Yeah, why don't you hold it?
I'll hold it. But that's my third card. So if I get another card, I have to switch it out.
But what you could do, and this is what's cool, is like if I'm in the middle of my turn, you can still play that card in the middle of my turn.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the collaborative part of that is.
No, that's true.
Like that's what's cool about it.
But it almost feels like it's your turn. You're the one that's doing the actions. You're the one who's moving and doing stuff, right?
But there's nothing that says that you can't. I think those cards you're collecting it strategically. So on the board, you're like changing them up and doing some of those things. I think that's cool.
Okay, write that down so we remember that.
Okay. So in this case, you are.
That's it, right?
Done.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this guy is probably closest.
Well, I don't know.
Me.
Look at the guy above. He's one away from me.
Yeah, but it's closest to the person who's.
Could be anybody. No, it's closest to the any person.
No, because I feel like you're the one moving. Like the lore is better if you're the one moving around and doing stuff. They're like hearing you and going towards you.
Okay.
Because then you could be like, oh, I'm just doing shit over here, and like no one's ever coming near me because they're all over here. Like I feel like it helps spread it out. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna say this guy. One flip, one turn, one move. Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. So where do I want to go? Wait, what do you? Okay, you have your weapon in your corner there. Okay, I was just seeing what you had.
Yeah.
Let's rotate. I'm gonna start with a rotate on that little corner piece. I'm trying to go to the upper corner.
You only get one though.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shoot. So just turn it so I could go down.
Down.
I'm gonna just have to go that route. And then I can flip the next one. Nice.
Oh, it's a good one.
And to the one to the left of that. Okay, so I'm dead-ended.
You're dead-ended. Event. Christmas Magic HGH. All enemies gain back 3 hit points or max.
Shit. Well, they're all
at max.
All right, we're good.
Great.
Wasn't bad.
Okay. Action?
Let me see here. Can I fight someone? Oh, because I already moved, right?
Yeah, we're saying you can't. You already moved.
I'm adjacent to one of them, though, right?
No, but you have to. That's part of the
connect.
lore. Is you gotta connect it in there.
You have to connect. All right, so it's an action.
Add 3 hit points to your next roll.
And that's a hold.
Cool.
Good. That was a good one. So I'm done.
Okay.
But clock is ticking. Oh,
This guy is probably the closest, right?
Right.
So what does he do? Does he move?
Oh, yeah.
Rotate this way?
Probably.
Or does he like rotate what's underneath him?
Well, because you can't, he could rotate. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He could rotate underneath him, but he's still stuck.
He's still stuck. So maybe this way would be his best move?
Probably.
And then here?
Yep. Okay. And we're done. And the time goes on.
All right. Me next. I'm going to do this one, which was...
Gotta remember the right way.
This way.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I necessarily need that at this point. So I'm going to rotate it downwards.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
I like that you can't get into the corners. I don't know if you like that, but it's kind of a challenge.
Right. That not every entrant has an entrance, right? Like the initial board, like you have to move around it. Okay. I already used my rotate. Yeah. See, maybe I'm confused. Like I am not using my buff at all.
You can use it right now.
Like what would be when would I swap the? How would I swap? I can't rotate them, right?
Well, and that's
what
I
I
was
swap
saying.
The one that I'm on.
Yeah, you would swap the one you're on, or swap the two that are next to each other. Any of the two you can swap. So like above, it doesn't seem to benefit. Well, actually, you could technically swap, because we never said this, like a dark card and a light card.
Oh, right.
So
I feel like that's
why not? That's a buff. That's the cool part of it.
But like I want it to still have something to do with the lore of going and being down hallways, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So how's that not part of the lore?
Because you're like skipping over, you're just rotate, like it's not but at this point it's always us going down every hallway, right?
But the buff is that you get like a magical thing. So if
you're like, the buff is magic, that's why.
Well, I mean, it is. It's all about Christmas magic.
That's true.
It goes completely with the lore.
Perfect. Okay, so maybe I should try to do that.
Yeah,
like
let's.
But it has to be during my move, right?
Yeah. You can do it at any time during your move, though. You use
any time during the move.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say I wanted to switch this one and this one.
I mean, technically it's the same thing, but yeah, you did it physically. That's great. Perfect. Yeah. So you did that. Now you still have a flip.
Because it was that no, I think I had just ran out, right? And that's when I was doing it.
Yeah, but when you ran out of turn or 90 degrees, but not flips.
Because it wasn't this one my flip?
It was a flip.
I think this one was my flip over, and this one was my turn to get down there.
Okay, but when you used your buff, now turn your buff over because you used it for that turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So now you can still flip. You're still moving because you.
Oh yeah, because I can still move.
Yeah,
in a direction.
Yeah, you can.
Ah,
so close.
Too bad. Oh, lots of little corners here. That sucks because we're gonna have to get into this. We're gonna have to like hear it out, right? Okay, so that's done with that. I'm gonna do an action. Throw it to me. You must wait. That must have gotten put on the top. Okay, action. Turn around. 180-degree rotation on next turn, and I have to use it next turn.
But you're already full up on 3, so you have to discard.
Can I use?
You can flip one. I guess you will have to make that. Can you? Yeah, you can only hold 3 cards.
Because I would just be like, hey, I'll use this found a health pack and give myself 3.
Yeah, go for it then.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that under here, so I'll be able to hold that one, and then I will give myself 1, 2, 3. Okay. That was action. Now, move the enemy, right? Why am I blanking on what is the next thing?
No, it's right there on your card. It tells you. Yeah, move the enemy to and so if you're going with what you were saying,
that's right. I should have been looking at that. Good job. I already did the action enemy. Okay, what do you think? This one?
Probably the one on the top. That's right on that thing.
Top one?
That one seems like it would be closest to you. If you're going to go, like, enemy always moves towards the player that's making noise, and then the time.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I like this time because it's giving us it's making us feel like there's enough time, but still like we still have a lot to do.
Yeah, we've only found one and we haven't put it anywhere.
So is it my turn right now?
Yeah.
So here's what's sweet is I'm using my token. So you can flip your token back over because your turn's over, so your yellow token is restored. Now I'm just gonna instantly on my turn use my token.
Okay.
And I should be able to make it back to the part room. Because if you use Labyrinth, you should be able to go all the way up to the path, all the way to the top, up, keep going up, take left, you exit the board, and then I enter the board. Nope, not where you're at, but to the left where you're at.
Oh, right.
All the way into the room.
Nice. Okay, so that's you dropping off your part.
So once the part gets dropped off, you just get an actual part and you drop it in the room, and that little gear goes back into the bag or wherever.
No, it goes into the sleigh, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't fit. Or maybe it does.
I don't know. I won't mess with it. Okay.
Cool. We got the sleigh part. First sleigh part.
Yeah.
In the room. All right.
Love it. Okay.
This is great.
So was that the end of your move?
That is so okay. I moved, but I still can continue because all I did was just drop off the part. So I'm still moving, right?
Yeah, I guess that would have to be a thing, right? Is dropping off the part the end of your move, or is that just another part of the?
It feels like it should probably be the end of the move.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So that's the end of your move. Do you want to do action?
Let me see here. What do I got? Because I can't use my exit anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull an action.
Okay. Break your ankle. Miss a turn.
All right, fair
So I get to go twice.
Use on your next turn, and that's...
that would be your next turn,
But look
right?
I only have 3 cards. I already have 3, so does that nullify that one?
No, I don't think you could just get to nullify bad ones.
Well, I think you should, right?
No, because I feel like the use on your next turn is like you have to use it on your next turn.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe this wasn't good that we had this put away. Maybe use on your next turn isn't the same as a hold.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
you did it for the benefit for you, but when it comes to me,
that's true.
I see how this is.
Looking out for number 1. All right, so that was the end of your action. And enemies move, right?
Yeah, well, they're coming closer. I'm surprised we don't.
What do you? So I think for him to be closer, he would do 1 rotation.
Yeah, he would.
And he would do 1 move.
He's in there. He's chasing me around now.
Now he can't go to this one.
Right.
Right, but he can come around and get you on the other side.
So we can. Flee.
And you get this one. You get this one again.
Yeah, I'm back. All right, cool.
And then move the time.
We're past the 15-minute break.
Yeah. Okay. So my turn. I have to rotate first, right? Because I can't move, basically.
Yeah, you're stuck. Or unless you use your little buff.
Oh, to swap 2 of them again?
You could. Yep.
I'm trying to think which 2 I would even swap.
Just get yourself back on the path if you wanted, but...
Right, like this one and this one? Which would just be me swapping and putting right here.
Yeah, you could just do that. So you still have your full
swap
turn and all your other
and now I'm
stuff.
here, right? And then I would go, I need to rotate 1.
Yep.
Because I got my 1 rotation. Okay.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck. Stuck there. Man, I'm gonna try to like get up this way.
Yeah.
It stinks. Like we have 3 parts and we have a majority of this board uncovered.
Ugh.
Okay. So that's it. Now I'm going to do event. Enemy add. 1 enemy gets added to the board anywhere.
I wasn't gonna jinx this. I was like, there's not any enemies on this board.
I know.
I feel like the next 5 cards are gonna be all enemies.
Robotic Mrs. Claus at a 7. Give her her little
rough.
marker. It's our toughest enemy on the board so far. Okay. And where's she going?
1?
1-1.
Well, so cool. She flips our corner. And she can't stay in 1-1. So you'll have to, this is, I remember this from a conversation with Mike Azul. We got to be very clear on this. Can you stay in that corner? I was thinking that you could get in the corner. You couldn't get in the middle of it. Like, you can stay in the star. You could stay on the crescent moon. You could stay on the square, or you could stay on the little regen path.
No, I think it's just a path, right? It's still just a path. And so I think if it's her, like, we just move her out 1 or something.
Yeah, that has to be very definitive then.
Sure. Then I feel like that's fine. Like, if it lands on 1-1 or 8-1 or 1-8 or 8-8. Okay. This is robotic Mrs. Claus?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And just closest to the player, right? Okay. So she's out. That was the event. I'm going to do my action. Christmas sight. Look at any tile and then return to the dark side. And I have to use it immediately.
I like it so it's any tile.
Yeah.
We should try to do one that's on one of the sides. How do we get into that place where she's at?
Oh, like here?
Yeah. So remember, you're flipping it top to bottom. All right.
So we want to, because it's almost like you're like, I'm going to flip it this way and rotate it as you're flipping. Like, doesn't count. It's sideways. Okay.
Well, yeah. Because we never said that you couldn't just like, as long as you don't know what it is and you're flipping it, but yeah, that would be a cheat.
Yeah, because you would have to physically rotate it to be doing it. Okay, so that was it. That was my thing. Now the enemies move. Oh, man.
They can rotate. Yeah, they're going to have to rotate and get closer to you.
Rotate 1. Move 1. Okay.
We might run out of time. It's 10:30 right now. We're not even halfway through our time clock. But interestingly enough, we got the corners, and I love where we're at right now because we still have to find those damn parts on the board.
I know. This is intense because we still have to find all 4 parts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit the board and re-enter the board on the top.
Right here?
And yeah, then just kind of go back down the path up, like as if you're going towards the crescent moon. And then left, right there. But one tile before that. Because what I want to do is I want to rotate that tile, so I'm going up.
Okay.
Not that one, the one to the left of it. Yep, that guy. Perfect. And then we know which one I'm flipping, that one.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. Well.
Okay. So that's the end, right?
I'm done.
Event. Add a nearby enemy. 1 enemy gets added to the board 2 places from any player.
Yeah, now things are gonna get real.
Okay. Enemy.
Gingerbread. You always grab gingerbread.
Inca gingerbread man. Okay.
Have a good one, Stealth Mouse. Thanks for hanging out with us on the playthrough.
Oh man. Okay, where did it say? 2 places
from any player. So we probably. Ooh. Probably don't want. Do we want them grouped? Because the star room, you don't want them next to the star room.
Right.
So probably next to. Oh yeah, put them 2 places. Put it up. No, like yeah, right there. Because then it flips the thing.
Okay. We use it as. Oh
shit! No. Oh, okay. So that comes out.
Yep.
And now he gets that. Man, all our parts. This is a battle, like through and through.
Yeah, we've uncovered none of our own parts.
Freaking.
And we gotta fight this big guy.
Jeez. Did we ever put the hit points on him? I don't think we did.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, man. Okay, so he has the part. I can't fight him. Wait. He gets put on the board, right? That was my event.
He's right here.
Yeah, that was the event, right?
That was the event. So you have an action?
So let me see where I could go. Yeah, my action. It's only an action.
I mean, you could fight him for no reason.
How?
Oh, because you can't move. That's right. You can't move yet.
Yeah.
So you're done.
So put that event card so we don't forget about under the deck. But then I'm on action, I guess.
Oh wait, you were supposed to skip your turn.
Oops.
Okay, whatever. Pick your foe. Look at the top 2 enemy cards. Pick one to add to the bottom of the deck.
Okay. You just look at the top 2. Oh man, oh god, you got to. Oh, Dr. Frost is in there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. He should have been off to the side. He
Okay.
shouldn't have been on there. So just pick out whoever the next person is. We don't have that many more.
Killer Krampus or Evil Santa?
Well, obviously Killer Krampus. We want at the very bottom.
Okay, Santa's next then. We know that.
All right.
Okay, so that was your action. Let's see. So now we're moving people closer.
The guy up top, I think Inca.
This guy
is closest.
Oh man, that means he's starting this fight with you.
Yeah, he got into a battle
okay.
with me.
All right, battle time. You and Inca.
Oh man,
where's the other dice? This clear one. Okay, here we go. 3 and 1.
Shoot.
Okay.
He's eating away at me. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use my weapon.
Oh, right. Your weapon. So what does your weapon do again? Two defense. So 2 hit points are removed from the attack total. So you just want to because that would be your 2.
It's on my next move, right?
Well, I would think you would use it to take away these 2, right? Because he did 2, and you're like, oh, I don't want to have those hits hit me.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just say it stays it where it was.
Okay. And 2 more rolls.
7.
Oh shit.
And 1.
Oh
man,
that's a tough one. I go down 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Eek.
Last one. I mean, you're tiny, and this is a giant Inca.
Oh no.
5 and 6. So he took 1 more.
Man, I got out of that in a terrible way.
Man. Oh. Okay, so you are forced to flee until you hit a dead end.
So I'm back in the break room, or
yeah, right here, right?
Fair.
Or you could be in the bake room if you want.
Yeah, I'll just go in here.
Okay.
There we go.
Hide you in the back. All right. Still, well, no, I guess we didn't take down any on him, right?
You got nothing on him. That was a terrible battle. And he still has our part. I'm hurt and bleeding.
Yeah. Sophia, there's only 8 more hit points left. Okay, so that was the end of that, right? But we still need to move this forward. Okay, my turn. Let's see. What am I exactly trying to do? Just find stuff, right?
Which, yeah, if you can fight someone or...
So I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to turn this one over. Ooh, that was a good turn. Because we got to fight this dude, so it's like, whatever. Okay, so that's the end of my turn, though, right? Because I already rotated one.
Yeah.
And I already flipped one. So now the event is going to happen. One enemy gets added to the board anywhere.
We had that anywhere in there. I think we'll have to maybe do the roll for it, but...
Yeah. Okay. So it's Killer Krampus, or it's Evil Santa, right? Which was this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's Krampus.
That's yeah. Santa.
So
Yep.
Evil Santa, where do we want to put him?
See, I like the idea that we used the dice before, but let's just put him wherever right now because we're following the rules.
Following the rules. I like that we're allowed to like flip one over.
Yeah.
To put him down.
It's like strategy, but not.
Yeah.
So technically, if that was your what? That was the event?
Yeah.
So you have an action, which... Can you fight anybody? Nope.
When I couldn't, because I couldn't move at that point. Like, it's almost like the fight has to... You have to figure that out in your move section. Running scared. Must flee on next turn instead of fight or action. So I have to use that.
See, remember we were saying on next turn, are we doing that? Or because it's not a hold, because technically you didn't do your turnaround on your next turn.
Oh yeah, I didn't do this one. It's hard to like remember that you have things happening for next time.
So, yeah, let's maybe.
So maybe like no use next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in this case, I think we just discard it because you already had 3. Ooh, I like that. Every time a new monster gets added, the clock ticks away an extra tick. Because I'm agreeing, like I think the clock isn't as tense right yet. We still have a lot, and we all to kind of find, but the board is nearly revealed.
Yeah.
So possible next thing, but we're gonna follow the rules for this.
So watch this. He gets. Oh wait, he only gets 1 rotate.
No, he could go on it. And
rotate that's it. Right. He can go on it, and then he can rotate, and now we're fighting. Okay, I'm fighting this big boy.
All right, let's go.
Oh, see? Cling, cling, 3 and 3.
Nice. Well, you have your shield, though, remember? If you wanted to use
1 and 1.
What?
Can you believe this? 1 and 1.
You got to go to Vegas here.
I know, right?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Vegas, but...
Snake eyes? I don't think it's great. Okay, 3.
Oh, my God.
And 3.
What?
Man, what are the odds of that, statisticians in the place?
Holy crap!
3 and 3.
What? But your shield, could you have used that for your benefit? Defense for each creature attack removed from the creature attack total.
Okay, so maybe for one of those, I could be like, oh, I get 2, so he would get 2 off of him.
I think we could only use it once.
Yeah, so once.
Yeah, so you he gets 1 point off essentially.
He gets 1. Oh right, yeah, because mine's the wimpy shield. It's only 1. Okay,
so we had a good tip from Mike Azul in the chat. It's like we could print a Christmas themed dice tower, which would be sweet because then we wouldn't be throwing it on the board. You just drop them into the tower.
Nice. Okay, I love that idea. Yeah, because you're right. Like throwing them on top of all of these little easy to move tiles, not great. Okay. So if nothing happens, right? Like what if neither of us win? What happens?
Flee, remember? You flee to the corner.
Is it just flee?
Yeah. That's what we just did with me when I didn't win.
Okay. The player flees back. Yeah. Okay. To the corner. So basically I want to go right there. Okay. He already moved, so we're moving this once. Your turn.
All right. What are my things?
You could move and you could attack him, but you're only at 8.
Well, seeing that it's 10:41, we may not actually be able to make it through, so I'm gonna battle him.
Yeah,
because
like,
honestly, we need that part.
Yeah,
and so I'm gonna again use my my part, my thing. So I'm using my magic.
Okay.
So that means that I have a +2 defense
on 1 dice roll.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So basically this one.
Oh, you kicked his ass.
No, he kicked my. Oh, what did I get?
7.
Oh, nice.
7 against 3.
Plus.
And then you took 2 away of that, right? So it's 7 against 1.
Yeah.
So 6 off of him.
All right.
That's how I like to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Because you knocked him off him, so we just need 1 more.
1 more.
All right, come on, let's get this part. You're getting really excited with those dice. Uh-oh, that wasn't good for me.
Oh, 5 and 1.
Shit. So
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, you only have 4 hit points left, Adam. Last roll.
Oh god, give me good.
All right, 5 and 4. You hit him for 1.
So
he still has
1 point.
He has still 1 point left.
So I gotta flee like a little.
So you gotta flee back down.
All right, turns over. Clock ticks. And then one has to get closer to me.
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Well, so and this is funny because like if that top snow like the does he like battle me because he would be able to turn and then get into
no,
that?
but you're not connected to the hallway with him.
No, because oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
But I think that's what he would do.
Oh, he would have to actually turn it up and then go.
He would have to go this way.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And so he's like, whatever, closer. He's a stupid creature. Okay. Was that? Did I just move this?
Yeah, you did. Okay. We're good.
All right, my turn, right?
Yeah.
I gotta fight him, right? He's nearly dead.
Gotta go for it.
Okay, so I
wait,
move.
Wait. Before you fight him, though. Oh yeah, you do. Never mind. You have
because I got to do an event.
Yeah.
Right, so I can't just initiate the fight. Enemy freeze. Enemies freeze in place for this turn.
Nice. So
I guess
no moving, but
no
you're
moving
gonna
afterwards.
Fight is
okay. So my action is going to be fighting this guy. Okay. Are you kidding me?
What is wrong? What the fish? If this wasn't on camera, I swear.
It would be this urban legend of this legendary fight between Dr. Cross and Inca Gingerbread Man. Okay. I killed him.
Yes.
8-5. Okay. Boom. Get out of here, Inca.
They're weighted dice. Oh, those are my cheat dice. I forgot.
You're like, they always roll the same. Okay, so I'm taking his stuff.
Yeah, you got the part, bro.
There we go.
Oh, can you get back? Can you get there?
And then this says +3.
There's Ryan's head.
+3 health and an extra rotation. So I'm like killing it with health. 1, 2, 3.
Give me some of that health.
No, seriously.
Do I have a swap card over there? Can I swap?
swap health.
Ooh. I see something that we should do. All right, I have an idea.
Write it down.
No. As a part of a strategy.
Oh, is this part of the strategy right now? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
okay, so
I think it's gonna work too. Okay.
So that was him moving. So that was the I have to move this for.
Yeah,
right?
and then
we're halfway.
Enemies are froze, right?
And enemies are froze.
Okay, so I am going to go into the part room because I should be able to go down, left, and then all the way up and off the board.
So you're going
down 1, to the left 2, and then up. No, straight up. Off the board. Like
no, that one doesn't have a thing.
Oh shit, I didn't see that. Dang it. I thought that
it's where you were right here.
Yeah, I was looking at it from a different. So I can't get off the board anywhere, can I? There's no way I can get off the board because that was my whole move. Shoot. Okay, I have an idea.
You could just start undoing, these. You could go right here and start.
So here's my idea. No, go all the way down to right next to that enemy that's near the star room. Not in the star room, but next to it. So I should be able to go left. Yeah, down one more. And now I have used my turn to turn that.
Turn this?
No, the one that's below it. Yeah, so I can get into the room.
I see.
So now...
Yeah, because now we need this. That was good because I can then move our guy in here.
Or you could use the switch part card.
Oh, right.
And then, so I'm in the room right now.
Oh, yeah, because you're in.
Yeah, so throw me the part. And so because it's your turn, but you can use it whenever the heck you want, right?
I think we should probably do it where you have to do it on your turn.
I think you should do it whenever. Because that's the cool part of co-op. This is what makes it so that you're like, oh, I have the card to help you. We're going to do this one now.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. It's like radioing them and hey, I got the thing.
I think there's usually just a time when you do all of your actions and then you move so that you don't have to pay attention as much to everyone. You can kind of.
That's the strategy of it.
Anyway, yeah, I guess that's
I don't know. I'm just going to
fine with it. I'm fine with it for right now. Let's do it. Throw it to me. So I'm going to throw you the part.
Cha-ching, and then
you bank it.
Yeah.
And we get another part next to us. And I stay over here.
Cool. There we go.
As an action. So what point were you? You were basically in the move, right? So do you have an event that happens now?
So now it's an event. Yep. Because I dropped a part off.
Add a nearby enemy. One enemy gets added to the board 2 places from any character. Oh, God. We did not shuffle these, I feel like, is the problem. Okay, so next enemy, the Toy Maker.
Ooh.
A number 5. Let me give him a little clippy.
Only has 5.
Only has 5. Is this the giant Toy Maker?
No, that's Dr. Frost.
Oh, that's right.
Do I not have a Toy Maker? I should have a Toy Maker. Oh, yeah, that's the Toy Maker.
Toy Maker. Okay. What did we say? Two spots from any player. So we don't want him down there.
No, we don't.
Like here?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't know.
It's fine.
All right. Okay. So is that...
So what does the Crescent Room do again? I forgot. I don't think I even came up with anything.
The Crescent Room is... some of the end game scenarios, you have to go to the research corner.
Do you know what would be cool? Because we have a regen room, we have a drop-off part room, and we have a break room as a start room. What if you make it to that room, you get 3 health regen or something?
If you make it to like a research room or something
like you make
it
that. Crescent Room, you get like a health restored or something. It has to be the Crescent Room.
Oh, and you could just go in there anytime and be like
you have one time a turn and you can get
I could see that.
Something like
I could see that being a thing that the laboratory room.
Yeah, because it's the Christmas magic.
Wait, research corner.
We're not supposed to add to the game. Okay,
I know, right? I know exactly. Okay. All right. So let's see. That was the event, right?
That was it.
My action, or what is this yours? This is your turn, right?
Yeah.
You want action?
Let's see here. There's nobody close enough to fight, so I have to.
You could flee.
Let me flee this time. I'm a little nervous on what the action might be. So let me flee all the way to kind of, because I can flee wherever. Like right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could do any of this, anything here.
Let me flee into, kind of close to where you're at. That little T just to the right of you, right there. Perfect.
Okay, and then enemies move. So
closest to me is that probably Santa.
This Santa, okay.
So they would
move. They would move and flip, right?
Yeah, that's what they do.
And he gets a rotate. But then he's already moved because he only gets one move. So he's done. Okay. So that's the end of that.
Where the hell are these other parts? I
know. It's killing me. Okay. So my turn is definitely to move into here. Oh, no, because I already did it. I already gave you my thing. So I guess I'm just moving and flipping.
You know what you could do is you could go into the break room and flip that one that's on the top corner.
In the break room? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Just like move down this little hallway.
Yeah, if you can see if you can start getting some of those. All right.
Cool. No, I dropped my shield.
Just leave it on there now. Damn it. I was hoping there was a part over there.
Did I already rotate? I don't think I did.
I don't believe you did. Nope. Well, great. Well, at least you got those 3, right?
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay. Man, the fact that there's still 2 parts on the board is blowing my mind.
The odds of it happening were the same as putting the very first enemy on the board right under the piece. Or me getting 4
consecutive rolls for your
against
player.
An Inca.
Oh my god.
Okay, so event Christmas warping, warp to any other player. Or Christmas warping, like rapping.
Okay. Oh my god.
So I gotta warp to you.
You should have made it like Christmas rap, and then you have to like ad hoc a Christmas rap right now.
Well, so this is not me. This is that is ChatGPT coming up with that stupid stuff. I don't think I came up with it, or maybe I did. Okay, scared stiff. No rotation on the next turn. So we're not using any.
No, but we were going to consider those as holds in the future.
Holds.
So because even as I had this conversation,
because why would I ever play this card though? Right? Because you want to get rid of it out of your hands.
Yes, I see. And so that's like because you got to hold things that are good and bad, and then that's like a strategy to get it out of your hand.
Cool. Okay, so end of my action, move things closest to me.
Something if you wanted to, but no, you're good.
Well, because I already did my action,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so I'm gonna move him here, and then he gets 1 rotate.
Oh snap!
But he's already moved. Okay. So, we don't even want anything to do with any of these guys at this point, right? Like they don't have anything that we do. We're low on health. We just need to be uncovering things and running away from them. Health. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the T on the right.
Okay, because this is your move, right?
Yeah,
oh wait.
Oh yeah, time is clicking. God, we got just still enough time.
I know. Okay.
This is good.
To the T. Oh wait.
Go to the right and then down.
Okay.
To that T, so I can go up 1, so I can uncover black pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess it could have gone even further down. I don't like that path. I'm gonna continue going down into the room.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna uncover that one to the left of it.
No, is that okay? Yeah, I guess.
Remember, it's free move until I have to get stuck. Okay. So.
You have 1 rotate, right?
But I'm gonna go. But I'm not. I'm gonna go up.
Okay.
Into the T to the left. This is what I think is cool about Labyrinth is that you could kind of explore the map this way, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up. Go back up there, maybe. I don't know if this is cheat or not.
I know, right?
Maybe
yeah,
you do it
exactly.
Maybe you do. I mean, we're running at a time. So in this case, maybe this is just like what we do.
Right. I do think I had a thing that said like once you commit to a path, you can't go back down the path.
Yeah. I like the free move, but maybe we just put a limit on it.
A limit.
You can free move.
You can free move as long as there are empty paths to go down, but you can only flip maximum of 3 tiles or something.
Yeah. So we had a question from Mike Zool. Should the monsters be moving? So yes, we have. So we tweaked the rules to where the one monster, the closest to whoever's playing, pursues you.
Yeah. And so right now it's almost like they just sort of stay where they are and kind of block areas or do things like part of the lore is like they can't hear you, right? So then, but then at every end of the move, one monster, the closest to that gets a flip, a rotate, and 1 move forward.
And so when like Mike and I played, we actually had every single guy move towards you.
Right.
But
and I guess I think you because I had said that at first, and then when you had said no, maybe it's just 1, I was like, we're gonna be too overpowered. But at this point, there's like so many on the board that I feel like it is. I like the idea of it only moving once.
Yeah, because I think you're still congested, and you still have to you can't go down that path that's blocked.
But it might be interesting to try it once.
Maybe that's advanced mode.
Yeah,
I think advanced mode would
hard
do
mode.
That.
Okay. So that was it, right? For where was I in my move?
So it's me still.
Oh, is it still you?
Still technically, I did my 3 flips, so I'm technically done with my flips.
Event?
So now I get an event card.
Part found. You randomly find a sleigh part. Score.
So you were saying you couldn't get those in there?
Are we saying like that isn't an event?
We were thinking that maybe one of them was
one
in
of
there.
them. That's right.
So maybe just for the sake of us running out of time, we do that. But we did have this as a debate, and so I did leave it in because we never had a solution to that. And this might get us to the end game quicker.
That's right. Okay. So now action, or do you want to flee?
I'll do. I guess
you could flee. You could flee all the way back to the place, right?
Oh my God! I could flee all the way there. Yep. Oh, that's why I love the Labyrinth part of this. So we dropped the part. Oh my God! We almost have the sleigh.
Yeah. Okay, that one's done. Here's our 2 parts. Third part.
Oh shit. Okay, and then the time goes.
Oh, guy's got to move, right?
Oh yeah, one of the guys.
So he's the closest. Yeah. Oh man, he's fighting you.
Shite. All right.
We should have moved you all the way down to the corner. I didn't think about that. Okay.
Well, technically, you still could. Yeah. 6-1.
6-1. So I feel like you take out that snake. Oh, he's down to 1.
Plus, I'm using my little
3, 4, 5
magical.
Oh, and so that takes it the 1 extra. That's the 1 extra.
Yeah, he dead.
He's dead.
Killed the snake.
Nice. And you got +3 to health.
Oh goodness! I ate the snake. I absorbed its energy.
Okay, now we're just uncovering stuff, right?
Yep.
So that was the enemy moving, and then 1 tick up on this.
We're running out of time here.
I know. Okay, so my turn.
On multiple fronts. Actual time. I don't know what time you have to leave, but
it's okay. I could do it for
a little bit more.
Okay. So let's see. I can go anywhere in here.
It's almost like the sucky part is you gotta turn something.
Yeah. So I think like I'm gonna turn this one.
Okay.
And go here. Okay. Dead. Yeah. So because it's
oh. You could use your Could you use your thing? You use your special. Flip the one below it and the one above it, or however you want to do it.
So like this.
Yeah,
and now I'm open.
No, because you would actually have to stay on the part you flipped, I would think, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because so I'd be down here.
Yeah, you'd be stuck on that one.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's good because you opened up so we could get to that path now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because we would just have to get out of here. Okay, so that means done, right?
Yeah.
Event. That's a blank.
That's make it up. You're like, I win the game.
Whee!
Woohoo! Game over. It's nothing. Nothing happens. Oh,
Christmas clairvoyance. Flip over
yeah.
any 4 tiles around you. Oh, there's only 1 though that'll work.
Hell yeah.
Where are these? Where is this piece?
Oh my god.
All right.
It's the last one though, right? Okay.
So then, I guess I'll do an action. Mobility burst. Get an extra 90-degree turn.
Can you use it right now? Oh, you can hold it. Use it now. No, wait. Oh, you can't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't do anything.
Right.
Oh, no, it would.
I think I get 1 extra 90-degree turn.
Okay.
So
we'll
it's
just
like
keep it there.
Okay,
then
so
the
then
enemies got to move close.
Enemies move, so maybe him.
Closest to you.
So I'm gonna say he would rotate, right, and move 1.
And the time goes clicked off. Oh, we're to the. All right.
Okay, where do you want to go? Where can you?
Okay. So,
next to me, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking. It could. I can't exit the board anywhere, right?
No.
So what? Well.
See, even being next to me is no.
No, I got it. I know what I want to do. So I want to turn the. Oh, we need to keep a path to that. So that's probably a bad strategic move. But then again,
What about this one to turn to the outside?
Yeah, turn it to the outside.
Okay.
And then I can go in, and then the question is, where do I go in?
Yeah.
Probably just to that one that's up in the corner.
This one?
No, the one by the enemies in the upper left. We got to figure that one out. Keep going down.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
I see.
Just let's get that one out of there.
Yeah. Okay. God. At least it's not connecting you to any of that garbage.
No, we're done.
Okay.
Did I do a rotation? Yeah, I already did a rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm stuck.
So you're stuck.
What are my cards? Trade an action card with any player. Add... Rotate enemy.
Rotate the floor under any enemy.
Is there any? Okay, then what's the other one? Add hit my other third card.
Oh, add +3 hit points to your next roll.
Oh, nice. I should have used that when I was fighting. Okay. What cards do you have? Because I can trade a card, right?
Switch gear. Trade an action card with another player. I have mobility boost, adrenaline boost. I mean, you could take that one and get some more health back if you care.
There's only one more part. We got 3 parts. We were originally starting with 5, but I think we're doing 4 parts in this kind of a game.
4.
So there's 4 parts to the sleigh. We're looking for the last one.
Oh, right. Was there normally 5?
We had 5.
I wonder if that needs to change for like how many people. I don't know.
No, I didn't forget to add. I know they're there. They should be there.
Oh, at the beginning of the game. Okay. All right. So let's see. So that was it, right?
I'm done. People move towards me.
People move towards you.
I didn't do. Yeah, we may have to like speed play these next plays. All right.
Right, because we have a whole in-game scenario to go through as well.
I think what we'll do is like let's just see if we could get to the part. Because honestly, I don't know how you're feeling, but this has been fun as hell.
Yeah, yeah. I just think it takes longer, right? It's just like I don't know how long.
Because actually, I thought once we get to end game, maybe we talk about this right now. Is that evoke, like, does the clock stop then? Because we're in end game now.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe
out of it, and now it's just
it depends, right?
We'll have to see how it plays. So really, let's just put one enemy closer because that's how
I did. I moved this guy.
So then it's your turn.
And then clock, right? Did I just do clock?
Yep.
Hard to tell. Okay, my turn. So I'm just trying to flip over things, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. But I can flip 2 tiles.
Because you have an extra 90, remember?
Yeah, and I could do an extra, and I have my flip tile. So maybe I go here and flip these 2.
Don't you just use your 90 underneath you and then flip the 2? I don't know.
Oh no, wait, because we need this path to stay.
We need the connection. So why don't you rotate?
Maybe this
like
one.
Reconnect the path.
What about this one?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so we've reconnected this, so I can still move and flip over anything if I want, but I don't think there's anything to flip over.
We'll see right there. Go back up right there. So you could use your extra 90 on that piece to go and start collecting those.
Oh, that's
pieces.
right. Okay, yeah, because I do have an extra 90. So I'm going to use my extra 90. Yeah, it's almost like we're not using all of the things that we're doing either.
The buffs.
Which probably could have
You got to think about that, yeah.
Okay, so this one.
Woohoo!
Nice.
We
got part. It. Got our part.
Wait, we're not on it though.
Oh, that's true. We can't get it yet.
But do you did you already use your 90?
Yeah. Yeah, this is because I had to use the extra
Did you use your
one.
switch though?
No, I didn't use my switch.
So what does that do? Does it help? I don't know.
Because am I switching it and then staying? Oh, I have to stay on this one?
On that one. I don't know if that helps at all. Actually, it does. Switch it because then I can rotate it and get the part.
All right. Okay.
It doesn't necessarily help you, but see, this is where the co-op and the strategy come into place. Oh shit! Can I? Oh yeah, I can. I think I can. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I did
event and then action. Did you do event? Yeah.
Did I do an event? No, I didn't.
You did.
Oh no, wait! Wasn't the event?
Nope.
No, clairvoyance.
Yep. You go back to the. Oh, that's good for you.
Warp player to break room.
Hell yeah! Now you get out of the stuck corner.
This whatever thing. Boom.
Now you're there.
Okay.
And then action or flee.
Christmas wish. Use this card to revive them with half health. Give another player 3 hit points.
So
I have to use it immediately.
So you give me 3 lives back. Sweet.
1, 2, 3.
So here's my move. I step off the board because I have the cool step off board, right? I step back on the board on the complete opposite side.
Here.
Go up in the break room, down the path, and I use my rotate to pick up the piece.
Nice.
And so now I have piece. And then if we're still doing the free play, because I still can technically move, I could go all the way back and drop off the part. So you
and not have even done anything except for move so far.
All I've done is move and special. So this is okay.
Okay, so maybe we don't have time to do the actual event card, but I think we should.
We got to make the sleigh. Got to make the sleigh because that's
okay.
the cool part right now.
Right.
I mean, I can't believe it's 11:07. The fact that we're not gonna get to do the Starfield, but you'll get to check that out on the stream later when I do my only thing. You have to put the other part in before you put the other side in. It's up at the top right. There you go. Oh, I'm so glad we got to make the sleigh today.
So you gave me a little sleigh, so it's been on my desk, so I've been making it and unmaking it and things like that. So I'm a pro.
I know how to make it. Check that out. And the cool part is it was made still by Chat or
still made by Midjourney, still AI created.
So technically, what happens is you would have to try to get over to me. So
you would be in the sleigh, basically.
I'm in the sleigh, and on your next move, you could get to the sleigh.
Yeah. So let's just say.
You would just go.
I would just go here, right?
Yeah.
Same whole thing.
We're in the sleigh. This is great. Now end game hits. Where is it? Upper right hand corner above
this
the
one?
clock. Yeah. Oh god, I want to read this.
The candy cane bomb.
Oh jeez.
The players managed to construct a massive bomb out of the zombie elves' candy weapons in a desperate race against time. They must activate the bomb and escape the facility before it detonates, effectively stopping the snowman spirit and his minions. So the action is to construct the candy cane bomb. Each player must move to a different corner of the board and then return to the sled corner. It's almost like you're going out and getting the pieces for the bomb and then coming back together.
Oh man. And so there's two people, so
yeah, so and we'd have to go to different ones. So
actually,
like I would have to go to this one and you would have to go to that one.
And we could.
Oh, totally, right?
We totally
okay.
Could.
So let's just say my turn here. And well, just for sake of argument here, right? And then they would move slightly and then I would be like my turn back. And your turn back.
And we would have moved the clock like a couple things.
Yeah.
For the sake
it would have been like here, maybe 4.
Yeah. So we explode all the enemies and we float away.
We did get to the end.
We did. Frostbite, bitches.
The in-game scenario, now that you have it all connected together, is like a little underwhelming, perhaps, but.
Well,
still,
we got to that.
Yeah.
That's the first time we beat the game, or even played all the way through.
Yes.
Good job, dude.
That's great.
Holy shit,
man!
Get your ass back over here.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that was fun. All the way through. It was engrossed the entire time.
Yeah.
We actually have some little rule tweaks, but I don't think.
No. I rule tweaks for sure and little like additions to things, but I think that's basically it. Anyway, that's amazing.
Well, so anything that you felt like slowed it down, didn't keep the intensity up, the clock maybe just a little slower, but it's still about near the end it starts getting that intensity.
Mike Azul said he loves that the end game card was simple. It's like once you got it all together, right? You're like, boom, we just do this. Yeah, I was so the only thing, I mean, maybe 2 monsters move towards you. Like I feel like once you have it all connected, maybe more cards that black out things. Yeah. Because once it blacks it out, you're like, Christ, I gotta do those all over again. And we got a few at the beginning and they were fun, right? Yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, and so more that blackout stuff. I feel like
this is the nuanced tweaks.
Yeah,
to this thing.
Exactly. This is where if you were actually releasing this as a thing, you would play it 500 times, right? And find
5,000 times. Yeah. But I mean, the fact that we get it to this level, it's fairly challenging yet still fun.
You get 3D print almost like the entire thing.
We like the cards and most of the stuff we came up with makes it fun. I don't know. I feel like we got this nearly done to where we could print and now you can have Frostbite.
Totally. I feel like, so what I would love to do is schedule at some point in the fall, right? A play thing where we all come together and play it. We'll have like this looking all pretty. We'll have the cards printed out at the right size. Maybe Adam can print out one more game, right? Just to make sure, that it's like easy to print all together at once. And
some good chat
beta testing, right?
Insights. There was the beta testing. There was Mike had said, he's like, maybe icons to cards that they click the clock a little bit further and
right.
which make that clock a little bit more part of it. I think is a good idea.
Yeah. Like I like the idea of instantly put it forward 2 clicks. You're like, oh God, how did we get that as an event?
What I was thinking too is like, what if you got to the end card? Maybe the end game was always like, set the clock to 15 minutes left or something like that. So you still can like you reset and you have a short amount of time to do it. But I don't want to get too crazy on it. I feel like getting to this point all the way through. Job,
I know, right?
Hell
Can you believe it? It's 9 months in the making to get to this point.
We thought it was going to be easy. And the first day we were like, it's there.
But what are we going to do next week after we finish off the AI board game in the first week?
Oh man, no. I'm actually pleasantly surprised we got it to this. So we appreciate everyone that's been with us through this crazy journey. So thanks to Mike Azul for jumping in and helping us a lot. We got H.E. Higley with some great insights.
Yep. He Higgs.
And then he Hig, and then Stealth Mouse was in there tonight. I feel like there was somebody else that like threw a comment out that was a little bit earlier there. So
nice.
Whoever that was.
Yeah.
Whoever was that? Thanks for joining us. Oh yeah, it was be careful.
Yeah, that's
nice.
right.
So thanks for joining us tonight.
Totally.
So I hate that we didn't get to Starfield, but I love that we got through this game. I think this was like
I'm glad we got full playthrough.
So with that, next time we'll be talking about that. Check out Double Drop Down for some show notes. We'll put some details. I think what we're going to do is post the instructions out there so people can start to acquaint themselves with some of that. And then we're getting ready to put the printable game online. You can check that out. And then if you want to join on the blog and put comments under some of these, if you had some ideas on the cards that you think about, I should have done that.
Right.
Maybe do it on the blog, do it on Discord, that we can get that insight and we'll start to integrate it into the game.
Totally. Share about it and stuff. It's fun.
All right. So with that, thank you for watching us tonight. We'll see y'all next time on whatever stream we're doing next.
I know, right?
I think it's going to be a Starfield.
Maybe Starfield.
I think Starfield's going to be
good.
it. So join us for that, and we'll see you next time. So thanks for hanging out on the Hangout.
At the Hangout. Thanks for hanging.
Peace.